We've got a brand new license in our wallet. Our parents just gave us the keys to the station wagon, and we're finally free to travel down the dusty roads, town to town tollways, and highways to the hotties on the other side of the tracks, because we just turned 16 years old. Nope. Oh, you didn't know? This is our 16th episode, and the Hall of Famer road dog Brian James is gonna drive this car until the wheels fall off.
What about those hotties on the other side of the track?
Other side of the track.
I wasn't allowed to go over there. I didn't know what to do, but you're right. There were some hotties over there.
And you had access.
Yeah. Now I could
Vehicle
drive
gave
the station
access.
wagon. Oh, actually, my brother Brad had a Porsche. But we jumped those friggin' train tracks one time. Anyway, hey, Ryan Katz, that was super cool. Your vibe visually is really cool to me.
Thanks.
It's very Sybil Shepherd, if you know what I mean.
Is that like some moonshining?
Yeah, a little moonshine. But I look, two tiers and above it. I love it.
I like it.
What are we talking about today? What are we gonna do?
We're going to talk about Raw 1000, but before we do, let's throw some pre-show love and appreciation to all those that support us in this podcast. Of course, that's you, the listeners and viewers, but it's also our wonderful sponsors.
Amen.
This week, promotional consideration for Oh You Didn't Know is brought to you by the following.
Bluechew.com, promo code DOG. Bluechew makes getting hard easy. ChiliSleep.com/dog, where you can stay cool like the other side of the pillow all night long. Car Shield, who can help you save thousands on car repairs.
Protect your wallet.
RecTeq.com, promo code BJames. RecTeq wood pellet grills are the new standard in grilling. And athleticgreens.com/dog, where you can reclaim your health and arm your immune system with daily nutrition.
And everybody wants to be doing that right about now, I can tell you. What's going on, Ryan Katz? You drink those things. I drank it a couple of times now, and
a couple was enough for you.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. My wife mentioned orange juice or something, and so we're. Is
That's
that what
my
you said?
secret little thing.
Okay,
yeah.
maybe you said that. I feel like you're my wife sometimes. I actually talk with you more.
We caress.
No, I'm just kidding. But you look exactly like my wife.
I mean,
if she
there's a
was bald.
similarity.
I'm just kidding.
I make a beautiful woman. We can pull up a picture later.
Yeah, you do. I've seen you. You do make a beautiful woman. When we did that off-Broadway porn thing in the Philippines.
Hey,
anyway,
now, let's keep that quiet for another
Let's get back
episode.
to ChiliSleep and Bluechew and
All right.
RecTeq and
The business is done, so today we're going to be watching and discussing Raw 1000. We got great feedback. We're going to go watch along style. So whether you're watching along with us, we'll keep you a part of the action, and we'll make this thing.
Let's talk for a second, Ryan. Is there any other show that has done 1,000 episodes? Like a television show?
So there's going to be soap operas on daily strip shows, but in terms of weekly episodic, like Raw takes the cake, man. It's been going for so long.
So long. And what we're going to talk about it more, but I just wanted to talk about that. The hitting 1,000 episodes of weekly television is incredible and almost unheard of.
And then you sit and you go, that's 10 years ago already, so how many more episodes?
Yeah, 1,000 was 10 years ago. Holy mackerel. I don't even know. I'm old. I know
Show
that.
took place 10 years ago, July 23rd, 1,000th episode, but it was also monumental because it's the first time that a permanent move to 3 hours took place.
Wow. What do you think? What do you think of that, Ryan?
That's what I'm going to ask you, dog. What do you think of that? 3 hours.
Are you going to ask me that right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's a rights fee move, so it's something that has to be done, but creatively, for those in the back, has to be a lot of pressure and people going, we already work really hard.
Yeah. Well, of course it is. However, you said that up front, it's a rights fees deal, and so it's a business strategy. And the boss said we're going to go to 3 hours, and we're going to give them 3 hours of content, and so that's what we're going to do. You know what I mean? And either you're with us or you're not. And so that's the mentality there, and it's a business strategy. He's a shrewd businessman, you know what I mean? And so having said that, creatively, you want to Hare Krishna. No, not Hare Krishna. Whatever you want to hang yourself. We can probably edit all that banter out. I didn't want to say hang
Harry
yourself.
Carey?
I didn't. Yeah, Harry Carey. Hare Krishna. What the crap? Anyway, leave that. That's funny because I'm stupid. But I don't mind being the butt of the joke. I am most of the time anyway. I forgot what we were talking about.
It's been a while. I feel like there's
Already.
been a couple of episodes and it hasn't gone. It was because I started off the episode with the bong rip sound and you were in the zone.
Harry Carey, and and so I deserve that one.
You brought up the longevity and lifespan of Monday Night Raw, but talk about the impact of Monday Night Raw, Raw's War, whatever brand name you want to call it, the overall impact that this show has had on the professional wrestling industry.
Well, look, it's the flagship show, and look, I would argue the flagship show of sports entertainment / professional wrestling in the world. It's been there that long. It's there for a reason. It's their flagship show, there being WWE's. Yep. And so, look, it's a fixture in sports entertainment. And Monday night, look, we had a war with some guys on Monday night. And what did we do? We outlasted them and we beat them. And then he bought them. And so until you can put your show on Monday night and do anything close to what they do on Monday, not even talking about, and I lost my breath there, because not even talking about the monumental hurdle that is coming up with the content for a 3-hour live television show. Crazy.
You add multiple other shows on top of that.
Yeah. So it's again, frustrating for a creative writer or whatever, but business strategy, man. He's making money, right?
Yep. From Dirty Dave, the Dirt Digging Observer, and what was the biggest episode of Raw in years, the 1000th edition of the show seemed to build angles for both next year's Rumble and WrestleMania, as well as featured the planned big summer angle, the heel turn of CM Punk. This is a huge episode and really sets the stage for the next 8-9 months of the company. Your role at this time is in a producer role, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, but look, I've started attending writers' meetings and production meetings and so forth, but I'm still just a producer at this point. But I'm starting to learn the jobs ahead of me at this point.
So we got Rock coming back again. What do you think of this? I know you've brought up that anytime it's a big thing to have him there, but in this situation, if you could remember your memories.
Yeah. Well, look, him coming back is, like I said, is always cool. And if he didn't come back to Raw on 1,000, you know what I mean? It would have been a little weird too. It was cool to have him. So I didn't run into him much that day. I'm going to be honest with you about this day going through. It's going to be fun for me with the watch along version, because I was so engrossed in the DX promo and all that we were going to do, and it kicked off the show, that I didn't start thinking about anything until about halfway through the show, and I was like, okay, I can breathe now. What do I need to do? It's going to be fun for me to rewatch it back, and I got some stories about right before we go out after Vince's promo.
Do we got to get you some antacid or some Tums? You got a little acid reflux
I
going
don't
on
know.
right
I don't
now?
know. I just had shepherd's pie before I came from. My wife cooked some mean shepherd's pie.
Oh, nice.
And I'm a shepherd because I have goats. So, it makes sense. Right?
So shepherd's pie is beef or lamb at that point?
Yeah, it was beef. It was ground beef in
and
there.
potato.
You can do it. I'm sure there's different recipes, and I'm sure we'll get told
I
about
think
a lot
it
of
changes
them now.
names. Like the pie becomes a different pie if it uses a different protein, I believe. I forgot what the other one is. Yeah, I think so.
That is deep.
All right, let's fire up the Peacock machine, everyone. So if you're going to watch along, join along. We're looking at season 20, episode 30. See, yeah, people get upset about the Peacock season thing. They're like, it's confusing. I need to know what year it is, not what season it is. The show goes too long.
There's what, 52 shows in a season, I guess.
Yeah. Whereas most shows have 13 in a season, maybe an extended
maybe,
season.
Yeah, maybe 6 or 18.
All right.
Well, so let's watch along and see what happens, man.
We're gonna get this going. Pressure's building. Everyone hits play. Let's do it in 3, 2, 1.
Hit play. Oh, God.
We got the title signature hitting. We'll keep volume. I think at this point we should also probably drop the audio to a halfway low level. We'll probably drop out during matches. But let's see how we start off.
Then, now, forever. WWE.
Together, now.
Together more than ever now than what started 999 episodes ago. The Manhattan Sitter, baby.
There's a low mix on Vince's voice right there on the voiceover.
Yeah, you would think it would. You would think it would have been way over the top.
It became a global phenomenon.
Yes, it did.
They mentioned Tokyo and London. Wait. Bob Barker in the house.
Oh,
Donald Trump. LeBron.
The Rock and Trish Stratus. Whoa, wait, whoa.
Statler and Waldorf. Tyson.
Oh, Tyson pushes Austin. And the roof's gonna. Hugh Jackman just knocked the fire out of Dolph Ziggler.
And he connected on that, if I remember hearing that story, right?
Oh, knocked the crap out of him. Kane just tombstoned a preacher.
I'm still on Hugh Jackman.
Show is this?
Real Steel was like one of my favorite movies.
Are you serious?
I love it. It's so good.
I loved, what was the last one they just did? The Wolverine one. Logan.
All right, we got Shane. Oh, we got Minnie Booker.
Oh, we got Mad Girl.
And Coast to Coast by Shane McMahon.
Man, what a ton of epic moments.
That I remember seeing the limousine go under the truck and
yeah.
Pee-wee.
Pee-wee said. Oh, Brittany here.
He just disappeared.
Brett, I have no sympathy whatsoever for Brett.
Oh.
I've lost a lot of things, and one of them has been my smile. The MRI showed that I have to retire.
It's the somber part of the package.
Yeah.
Thank you for the memories.
Ric Flair.
Somewhere he's going to be looking down on this night, proud that all the guys went out there and put on a show for him. He would have wanted the show that has been in his family his entire life to go on.
The Muppets.
The Muppets.
Austin and McMahon in the hospital. Sheamus and Beaker. Some wrestling highlights of CM Punk.
Brett and Shawn hugging.
Batista just beat up with a big shiner. Yeah. Bischoff getting fired. Mae Young and Mark Henry in bed.
What in the world?
Mark Henry needed a few Bluechew.
Man, what epic moment she did. And this is 10 years ago, like you said earlier.
Yeah. And we're just looking at memories that are incredible. And this is why
Here we go.
Pro wrestling has an impact on everyone's lives, or us fans. Tonight is the night.
Yeah.
Tonight is the night.
St. Louis, Missouri. You're looking live. 1000th episode. Monday Night Raw. Let's kick it off in a big-ass way.
Michael Cole bringing us in.
Michael Cole, the voice of the WWE. I know JR was back in the day, but man, Michael Cole's been doing it for a quarter of a century now, and he's good at it.
Absolutely. Recently had some online play talking about his interaction with Pat McAfee, how it rejuvenated his career.
Yeah, he mentioned that. I read that too, and I thought, man, that's awesome to hear, you know.
And here we got Vince coming on out.
Yeah,
seems like, hey, 10 years ago or just 10 days ago.
Hey, but business, you know what I mean? Like he knew I got to do something. You know, I got to do something on the show because it's his, man. Right, wrong, or indifferent, think what you will. He's Vince McMahon. And that's that means something in the world of professional wrestling / sports entertainment.
The walk is slow and steady on that. There's a little bit more swagger and bounce these days. This one was just special. This wasn't about bragging. I think he might have felt the emotion or something on this one rather than just the fun.
I agree. And look, King and Cole are dressed up.
And I'm looking around at so many of the old faces that I've seen for so long here today. It's just such a great feeling. And ladies and gentlemen, follow us on Twitter at WWE and join in the conversation.
Same Brock Lesnar fan in the front row.
1,000 episodes. Raw 1,000. There you go.
I would just like to say thank you.
We heard this just a few weeks back.
One of the signs. One of the signs just said "suck it."
I would also like to say, welcome to Monday Night Raw.
You say the "suck it" sign, and Michael Cole brought up that on August 11th, 1997. I'll shut up.
Generation
There you go. August 11th, 1997, DX debuted, and he credited DX for turning around the Monday Night Wars and, in fact, creating and starting the Attitude Era. Do you believe that the birth of DX was the start of the Attitude Era?
Yeah. So, look, I won't claim it was the birth of the Attitude Era, but if you go back, if you go back and look at the timing, it's what do they call that? Evidence when it's not
hindsight.
No, when it's circumstantial evidence. You know what I mean? I think if you're going to make a case, that would be circumstantial evidence for the case that DX helped bring it along. It can't be the formation of D-Generation X, because you cannot say that's what started the Attitude Era and leave out The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, Kane, Shawn Michaels. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many people that we'd have to leave out. And I'm watching this too. I'll stop talking about the time they get their microphones.
Founding fathers Triple H and Shawn Michaels in the ring with glow sticks.
Yeah. So I'll keep talking until I see them get their microphones, like I said. I was backstage on a truck right now. Every muscle in my body cramped. And I mean cramped. And it was during Vince's promo. The trainer had to run get me an Alka-Seltzer and put it in water, because I guess the bisodium carbonate or whatever will take the cramps out. And literally when they started to introduce us and we started driving out there, that stuff kicked in and my cramps all went away. But I'm not kidding. I couldn't even get out of the Jeep. I couldn't do anything. And I thought, how am I going to get to the ring? Yeah, audio up. I'm sorry.
I gotta catch my breath. Okay, now.
Sean and H teasing the suck it.
Yeah.
Now don't get me wrong. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this, okay? I'm feeling it. But I feel like I'm missing something. Like, I can see, obviously, I've got my pants on. I know that I've remembered my underwear because I can feel them bunching up as I'm talking. But I still feel like, something's missing. It doesn't,
No, you're right, Sean. Something's missing. I can't put my finger on what it is. I mean, you've got all the gratuitous merch on, wristbands, t-shirts, glow sticks, anything else we could sell. What could it be?
So, dog, what else is missing?
I mean, obviously,
I'm not sure.
I mean, I know I have my underwear on. You have your underwear on. Is that what it is?
Check.
Okay.
Underwear on. You know what?
I'm at a loss.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Did there used to be more of us?
Big top.
That pop felt good too.
Oh, the people want it. Signs are up.
Yeah, and teasing it, teasing
I
it.
can't hear you. I said, did there used to be more of us?
Handful of DX signs. Triple H for president. DX Army. And the Jeep with cannon.
Yes, it's just like a big tube. I think a carpet came off of that.
It looks like a cannon, dog.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the roll of carpet came off.
And if you want to make your cannon look bigger, Bluechew.com, promo code dog. You are excited right there, my friend.
Man, I'm telling you, I am excited right there.
You're just pushing the cramps away.
Yeah. A minute, literally 45 seconds a minute ago, I was cramping so bad, and it's just because I was old and not hydrated.
Well, he looks the same, maybe a little younger. How about the fact that Billy is absolutely more dense and more ripped now than he was 10 years ago, I think.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously, he looks great, but I think he's more solid.
He is. His diet is on fire. I could never get these right, by the way.
The timing with the pyro?
Yeah, there was always like one late one or something. Because I don't know who they were going off of. I never knew whose DX they were going off of. So I'd try to watch Hunter or Sean, but sometimes they would go off of different people.
All right, let's go Mike up.
Right,
You got Mike in hand.
Pretty good camera shot there of a really sold out house.
Oh, can this watch along turn to karaoke and you go along with yourself?
Yes. You think you're better than me? You can't out philosophize. Oh, that's good. Bow to the master.
St. Louis, we're about to take you on a Missouri boat ride.
They got it.
Straight down memory lane. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, tonight, D-Generation X proudly brings to you its 5-time WWE Tag Team.
It was only 5 times at that point.
The Road Dogg, Jesse James, the Bad Billy Gunn, Age Outlaw.
I beat myself.
Were you not allowed to say yes?
No, I was allowed to say it. I didn't know if I was allowed to say it, so I beeped myself. I figured it wasn't that big of a deal, and that way I would keep my job. And they fired me anyway, so what difference does it make?
If that isn't a start, but I just gotta know one thing. Are you ready?
Oh.
No! I said,
No.
Are you ready?
There's a lot of milking of the moment now.
Yeah. Well, that's what this is all about, right? It's do your greatest hits. Here it is.
Then, for the thousands in attendance, for the millions watching around the world. And well, apparently for me, because I'm the only one left with a full head of hair. And because this is the 1000th episode of Monday Night Raw.
Bless his heart. He killed the whole thing to get his Propecia promotion in.
Oh, bless his heart, he killed the whole thing.
Let's get ready to suck it!
Well, I mean, he did. Let's be honest. In retrospect, looking back, I'm sure he would take that one back too. It's like, wow, that was really going good. And yes, I had some fun with you guys, but at what expense? It's weird.
It's not Billy.
It's my part. He didn't ever give me that much, but this I did pretty good, and this is my.
Well, and I understand that, but it's my part. I'm the originator of all this, and he didn't give me much either. I mean, you and I were sort of like what's left over. But
Sean's helmet's
this
amazing.
Is the part that I do 'cause it's
Yeah,
my little
yeah.
sunshine. So
Yeah, but I mean, you don't.
Billy, don't let Shauna lose his smile. You know what I mean? I don't want Sean. No, and then because when that happens, he does weird things like poses for Playgirl and stuff.
Oh.
I was young and stupid, okay?
So,
And I needed the money.
I fed him that line.
He didn't need the money.
No, he didn't. But he was like, I was young and stupid. I was like, and you needed the money.
You guys do it. No. Do it together.
Genius.
I think to do it together, one of them would have to stand on their hands, right?
You wanna do it?
And they, what are they? Oh, they're doing something different.
yeah.
Is it on 3? I mean, so it's 1, 2, 3. Do it, or 1, 2.
A lot of milking. A lot of milking, and not the prostate.
Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, then go. Okay. 1, 2. Okay.
Okay, ready?
Look at
And there we go. A little storyline progression and the music of Damien Sandow.
It was no storyline progression at all. It was just who's going to come out here to get beat up.
Allow me to beg your indulgence for one moment. My name is Damien Sandow, and I am the intellectual savior of you, the unwashed masses.
Please.
I love Sandow.
Listen, pal. Oh, wait. I'd actually like to hear him out. I mean, let's face it, we are pretty scuzzy. So go ahead. I'd like to hear you.
This is what Raw, the WWE,
How many people watching this at the time and watching right now are going like, oh God, just get down there and get beat a hit with everybody's finish.
I think a good subsection of the audience wanted the build of Sandow at this point.
Yeah.
And brainwash the masses into revering this type of crass conduct.
Excellent talent, though.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
great
Oh, yeah,
mic
100%.
control, great demeanor,
That's true about
presence.
me. I want you. I'm going back home. I'm going straight to church, and I'm asking for forgiveness again. It's great.
Now, I understand that you barbaric buffoons could easily eviscerate me and dispose of me like common trash. However, if you do so, I will not be a victim. I will be a martyr. A martyr for anyone who appreciates a sophisticated mind.
Yeah, good promo.
I'm on barbaric baboon.
You do make a good point. We're going to need to discuss this as a group. We've been apart for a little bit and figure out exactly what we're going to do. Hold on.
So I think through this segment we're learning 3-hour Raw means you have to make segments 3 times longer than they should be.
Part of the planning process. Rude. No, I know, but we're rude guys.
I actually don't remember what we're doing here.
Can't wait to see what DX comes
I mean, the
up with
truck's
this
got to
guy.
be like, can we move on with this guy's come on?
Yeah.
Little shimmy step,
Yeah,
hiding
yeah.
from Damien, circling
was-
around. Team huddle breaks.
Okay, here's the thing.
Here's
This is
the
what we
decision.
decided.
Oh,
Sean with the super kick, right into the pedigree position. Waltman trying to rev up the crowd. Outlaws there doing the same.
Yes. A pedigree.
hey, Sean's timing was impeccable on the super kick too, because as soon as he said, okay, we decided to super kick pedigree, going back.
And now you guys circle around the fallen Sandow.
Well, I guess if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Boom.
Generation X.
Whose idea was the segment? Do you remember who becomes the writers?
I do not remember, but look, it's almost a gimme anytime you send somebody down there. We'll probably talk about this too. anytime you send some nostalgia down there, you know what I mean? You're going to send out somebody for him to either drop or, you know, like you mentioned, progress a story. Here it was just about, you know, Sandow coming out and getting some heat, getting a rub. Yes, we beat him up. But what do you do on Raw 1000? You bring Sandow out and have him beat us up? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. We can talk about that. It's up for debate, but...
Do you remember how or why Sandow was chosen as the guy in this position? Obviously, his mic skills, but...
Well, his mic skills for sure, and the heat he had at the moment, because he was doing the... it was the perfect matchup because he was doing the savior. What did he call himself? The savior,
the intellectual savior.
The intellectual savior to the unwashed masses. You know what I mean? So we were literally the unwashed masses. So it kind of goes perfectly with who his character was, anyway.
Bumper graphic on the screen of the Rock's return.
Yep.
And we're now seeing that Brock Lesnar, will he answer Triple H's challenge? Interesting moment. So let's go back to Sandow for a second. I actually feel like
we still have a wedding yet to come on this.
There's a lot to come on this show.
That was the first segment. Holy mackerel.
Do you think? I want to go back here. I'm going to hit pause on this. Let's talk Sandow's situation. So you brought up this is what you do. You have the moment for the legends to do their greatest hits and pop the crowd and give them what they want. Do you think that there should also be moments where the legends are putting over new talent to help build them, elevate them, and take them to a next level, which I think in WWE we don't see too often? I feel like we've only seen Randy Orton really get the best of legends in that kind of situation.
Yeah, and look, why they call him the Legend Killer. But it's the forever ongoing debate, you know what I mean? And I'm not comparing us to Undertaker or Stone Cold, but we were DX. Does somebody come out there and drop that person? Or is there another way we can get that person? Is it and look, I don't know. This is I'm just bringing up one side of the argument. Is this a feather in the cap of a Damien Sandow who stood in the ring with D-Generation X? And I'm not saying, we gave him a rub, but he stood in there in a good segment of television. I imagine it was well watched, and got to cut a big long promo in there. Right. And then he just got hit with a super kick and a pedigree. Two finishes that there's no shame in getting hit with those. He didn't even go down for the super kick. So, I don't know. I argue on the side of, man, you just try to put the best show together you can, and if you have to break a few eggs,
but from a fan's perspective, wanting to see the growth of new talent, you gotta really think that they're invested in the reality of wrestling at that point and want to see growth from someone else. I mean, I understand the business of both sides, but from that fan side and perspective, I get it. 100%. I remember watching this going, why don't we build some new stars and take them up a couple of notches? Yeah.
Well, and then it just goes down to, what are we going to do? I don't know if, I guess a couple of the guys in there could have done physicality and he could have looked good for a second against us, or do you just have us say suck it and get out of there and not send him down at all? You know what I mean? So I think it was looked at, and whether you believe this or not, I think it was looked at as, there's going to be a lot of eyeballs on here. Send him down. He cuts a good promo, and we drop him, and it looks good. And I'm a huge fan of Damien Sandow. I loved Mizdow. I loved all of his work. His work is good. He's got a great mind.
And he recently announced that he's retiring.
He's retiring.
From pro wrestling.
I heard that as well. Maybe we can have Damien Sandow's last match next year at this time, like we're doing Ric Flair's last match at StarCast this year.
That's a great call. I mean, I'm looking forward to that. It's just days away. We're going to see history in the making for Ric Flair's last match, StarCast. Yes. It's going down, and this is something you're going to want to watch. You're going to want to get the pay-per-view on Fight TV. If you're there in Nashville, I hope you got your ticket already, because I believe that they're so... this is going to be a wild night.
They are going quickly. It's the story of my life coming quickly. Whoa.
Speaking of which...
you can beep that out, Steve.
We've been taking a walk down memory lane. And it feels good. And thinking
does
back
feel
reminds me of years ago when I was strong like bull, didn't need goat weed to get horny, and was always ready with the hard hat to erect a skyscraper in the construction zone called my bedroom. Oh, you didn't know? This episode is brought to you by Bluechew. Confidence can take you far in life, and it can also help in the bedroom, especially when it comes time to step up to the plate. And that's where Bluechew comes in. Bluechew's a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable tablets and at a fraction of the cost. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. Sign up at Bluechew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. The best part, it's all done online, so no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Bluechew tablets are made in the US of A and prepared and direct to your door in a discreet package. With Bluechew, men everywhere are excited to see the postman, because when your package has arrived, your package has arrived.
Bringing my package.
Women say there's nothing sexier than confidence, and Bluechew can help give you confidence where it counts. So if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, Bluechew can help. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Bluechew free when you use our promo code DOG at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's Bluechew.com, promo code DOG. He spelled it, and I'll say it again, DOGG, to receive your first month free. Visit Bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Bluechew for sponsoring this podcast.
If your packer isn't packing and you need some assistance, but you're feeling too embarrassed, so you stop with resistance, well, we got a deal for you that will help in this instance, that will get your packer pumped and packing with some persistence. Our show is here to help your horny, hungry, hardy hog. Hit a Bluechew.com, promo code DOG. Hit a Bluechew.com, promo code DOG.
All right, out of control.
I know, and I love it. Like, I want to watch these back sometime. Just want to watch them all back, all the Bluechew reads.
We do got to just put up a reel of Bluechew reads.
Yeah, I love it.
30 minutes of Bluechew, the same ad said slightly different, but the same. It's good.
All right, what are we watching?
2103 on the time code. You guys ready?
2103. Time code's 2103 on Peacock. John Cena still to show up tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk, the WWE champion, is here tonight talking about these two fellas.
All going down on Peacock.
Episode of Raw tonight, WWE Championship match, John Cena and CM Punk. Let's see who has what it takes to become the champion here tonight. There's D-Generation X. Always, Road Dogg's always messing up the arm signals, as you can see.
Remember, it's a 3-hour Raw, so we're going to have a lot of recaps after every segment.
We come back up with a replay of fat old guys still leaving. Well, one fat old guy. The other guys are all balding, apparently, according to Hunter. We're in St. Louis, Missouri.
You're taking us there. You're making us feel like we're there.
We took us on the Missouri boat ride, which is a Outlaw Josie Wales reference, by the way, but they got it. Here we are to the old Sooner. J.R. Jim Ross is coming down. Howdy, folks. Good old J.R. here. That's J.I.M. Oh, sorry. Different guy.
you brought up Michael Cole's longevity in the role as a commentator. You got to talk about Jim Ross and the longevity he's had, decades and decades and decades.
Well, I mean, you got to go way back to see when he started. You know what I mean? You mentioned decades and decades. Hell, that was just with WWE. You know what I mean? You can go back 2 more decades and find him in Texas and Louisiana and Louisiana. Excuse me. I'm from the South. But yeah, Jim Ross has been doing it forever, and he's come out here to call this match right now. It's going to be a slobber knocker.
Definitely a special moment for the fans who were always calling to hear more from JR when he wasn't being utilized.
Yep.
And
I
now
think we had just gotten Ray back.
One of those moments, the return.
This might actually been a return of Ray, and he started back after. Is that what you just said, Ryan?
No, but I'm just sitting there laughing at the craziness of 10 years later and Ray's back.
I watched Ray work last night on TV.
And wrestling a full schedule right now.
Alberto Del Rio.
He liked one of your tweets I saw.
Who did?
Alberto Del Rio.
Really?
Yeah, earlier.
Me and Alberto had one little misunderstanding, but it wasn't even a misunderstanding. He was very professional about it, and so was I. That's the only we got along really well. Is what I should have started with. But that one little thing was a hiccup on our relationship record. So, but I loved his work. He always is a great promo. Always. Professional as far as it came to what we did, in the ring.
WWE always looking for that next Latino breakout star.
For sure.
Could it be a Santos Escobar down at NXT? Can he make that transition?
I'll tell you, it could be if you ask me. If it was up to me, it already would be. Because, yes, I think he's the guy that can do it. I even think the two guys they got with him, Legados del Fantasma, I think they could be power players up there as well. Because this Sin Cara, I don't know if this was the original Sin Cara or the next one we had.
Yep.
But I think those guys can do what this guy does. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they can cut promos because they don't have to wear the mask. So I don't know. I'm not talking negatively about this guy. I just think Legados is
total package.
Awesome. You know what I mean? Yeah. I love them together. Hey, let's fast forward. What do we do? What is this, a match?
Yeah, this is a match. We can skip through this one. This is Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara and Sheamus taking on Chris Jericho, Dolph Ziggler, and Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah, I knew I saw Alberto there.
6 good workers in there. Give me your thoughts on these guys real quick as we pop through.
I will while we're getting through their entrances. Look, I love Ricardo Rodriguez. Actually, just came back into my life in a way, so I appreciate that. I always liked him. But now the match is starting.
From the California scene where I came from. Milton.
Yeah, and look, you're going to see, like you mentioned earlier, some great workers in here. Dolph Ziggler. I have my qualms about Dolph Ziggler. I wish. I don't know. I just think he's one of the best.
What are some of the qualms?
He's one of the best workers and bumpers that I've seen in a long time. He just is his own worst enemy sometimes, and I don't mean that because look, I was definitely my own worst enemy as well.
And that becomes creatively or putting together matches.
I think it's just. I don't know if it's attitude or if it's the older guys don't know what they're doing, or if he just always has a yeah attitude and then doesn't ever do anything you say. And so that may be a me ego thing, like, oh, he doesn't think I'm good enough to take my advice. And I'm okay if that's the answer. Like, yeah, he's great, Brian, you just have a huge ego. Okay, I'll tap out on that. But I do think he's, to this day, one of the best bumpers in the industry, and has been around doing it, just like Miz. You know what I mean? People always talk badly about Miz, but there's Dolph Ziggler doing it to this day. Just like we mentioned, Rey Mysterio's back, and he's still doing it. So Dolph is a high caliber athlete, man, and a great pro wrestler. Sometimes he goes out on his own and to pop the boys or whatever. That used to be cool back in the day. It doesn't work so well anymore. And look, that may get heat, but that's the way it is. And these two guys right here, Alberto Del Rio and
Sin Cara.
Sin Cara, yeah. Look, anytime they locked up, or Ray gets in there too. I love when some good luchadors run their stuff and you know what I mean? They spot each other and they run all those spots. I love that stuff. And here we go.
Looking at this match, 4 of the 6 guys in this ring still going on what I'd call full-time schedules, which is wild to think about.
Incredible, right?
10 years later, and this is already so many years deep into their careers already.
I wonder how old Alberto Del Rio is, because I've seen him lately. He's still in great shape. He still looks incredible. I think he has the last time I saw him, he had a little tight beard. But here comes the Lucha just went out the window because Sheamus is in now, and the Bull has entered the China shop. Jericho right now is going, please, for the love of God, tag back in Rey Mysterio.
Del Rio, 45 years old right now,
45.
so would have been 35 at this point.
Okay. Jericho dead weighted him on that.
Yeah, I mean, he went super heavy.
I just think he didn't know what they were doing, so he just
timing was off a little bit.
Yeah. Oh,
didn't look like
we're
that connected
down.
exactly, but they made it work right there between Ray and Alberto. Oh, Ray off the apron with the flying, I guess.
And what I loved and hated about that spot is on the meltdown. Dolph ran down the apron and missed Ray as he flew off the apron, but we missed it as a viewer because you can't do two things at once. You know what I mean? I can't shoot it all at once, and it wasn't set up to shoot right. But Dolph played a critical role in that spot for Ray to jump off onto Del Rio there.
So I'm watching a Rey Mysterio match, and I'm reminded of a conversation I had with a friend of mine. He's a casual wrestling fan, meaning he actually watches a lot, but he watches casually when he watches, but watches consistently. Yeah. And he says to me, he's like, I don't understand why only on a Rey Mysterio match did people just suddenly get bumped onto the ropes for the 619, and it never happens in any other match or with any other wrestler, but it just always works that way.
Hey, that's how it works. You got to suspend your disbelief a little bit.
Sheamus picking up the victory.
Who did Sheamus just he kicked Jericho's head off?
Yep. Little kick for the victory.
This was pre Jericho coming back and the friendships and all that stuff, right? This was way before then.
Yeah, this is way before.
Him and Kevin Owens. That was
way before the Kevin Owens stuff here. Yeah, I mean a few years.
Yeah, 5 years maybe, right?
Yeah, good.
But yeah, look, this is just they're getting Sheamus a big W on the show.
And now we're plugging The Rock again.
Yeah, we're plugging still to come The Rock.
And look at how smooth he looks right there with that freshly shaved head, tight T-shirt.
Look, you don't have to make me more jealous.
I mean, I got a freshly shaved head too. Did you know when Raw debuted on January 11th, 1993, almost 20 years ago, stamps cost 29 cents and a gallon of gas cost just $1.11?
Wow, what timing, right? That's very...
here tonight in St. Louis. And this is the most talked about episode in TV history on social media. We've been asking members of the WWE Universe to send us our 15-second video clips all week long, TOUTs as they're called.
Oh.
And we asked them to give their thoughts.
This video aged well with TOUT, right?
Here we go.
Daniel Bryan, AJ, I want to say congratulations. The best way I could do this in 15 seconds is yes! Yes!
Is that Jason Sensation?
Yes!
Finally, Sarah is back. Daniel Bryan and AJ, congratulations on your marriage.
Daniel and AJ, you guys are absolutely crazy. You both are nuts. Go see a psychologist.
What do I have to say about the Daniel Bryan AJ wedding?
So you want to know what's funny? 10 years later, on that one tout, I don't think you can say that someone's crazy and you should go. Like, you can't just be like, "You're crazy. Go see a psychologist."
You can't say that.
I don't know. I don't think you could.
From Los Angeles, California, my superstar actor Charlie Sheen.
Oh, we're just keeping it going.
Charlie, how you doing?
On
What do you
Skype.
think about the show so far?
First of all, congrats on your 1,000th episode. And the show so far is it's epic. It's just unbelievable. And I think I would fit pretty good with a group called D-Generation X. I would fit in rather smoothly with those guys. This big Irish.
Yeah, you would, Charlie, because we were drug addicts too.
I did back in the day. So he and I would get along. I'm thinking that the WWE would be a pretty good home for me.
Because if you're watching this, Charlie looks sober as a judge, don't he?
Thanks, Charlie. Well, guys, Charlie Sheen, of course, one of the things he will be watching is what the world's
I think
going to
I read
be watching
something
tonight.
that, like, was he supposed to be tweeting through the episode, but then something happened with his Twitter account?
Yeah. He wouldn't. I don't remember exactly what went down, but yes, he was supposed to be doing it. Something went down like 2 days after the show aired. He said, "I'm out." So let's B-roll, important B-roll.
between
But
Daniel
I was
Bryan and
always
AJ Lee.
Too scared and too stupid to say back.
Is
AJ,
setting up for tonight.
I love you.
And this is amazing because this is when Daniel Bryan transitioned from being just a wrestler to being a sports entertainer and taking his career up to the next level.
Will you marry me?
Amen. You said it, so I didn't have to. When he became more than just a great wrestler, he became more. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Oh.
yes, she does too.
This crazy
a little
Oh, these
making
crazy they need to see a psychologist, a psychorologist.
Backstage with
Daniel
AJ.
wants this wedding to be special. Just me, him, and the minister, and it's gonna be private and special, and gosh, isn't that just so amazing, Layla?
AJ, are you sure you want to go through with this?
Why does everyone keep saying that? And why does everyone continue to call me mentally unstable? I mean, have they taken a look around here? This entire place is unstable. Look outside.
All right, I'll call you later.
Opens
I'll
up-
call you later, tough guy.
So,
Come on, he's clumsy.
Give him a chance. Give him a chance.
Hang on,
Give him a
put
chance.
some purple on. Can you see this?
I see you just hurt his feelings. He took off running now.
Brawler and
Come
Truth.
on, it's little
Jump
Jimmy.
over.
That was Roddy Piper.
That was Piper?
Yes.
That looked like Brawler for a second to me.
Come on, that is so cool.
I got bad eyes on a small screen.
What is this?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Mae Young's son. All grown up. Proud of me, ain't you, Ma? Best of luck tonight.
That's gentleman's name is Michael Kirschenbaum.
Writer on the team.
Yeah. The Hand. And he will forever be known as The Hand. Look, I got to be honest.
I can't believe I didn't realize that was Piper.
That backstage was hilarious. You know what I mean? Like, I know wrestling purists go like, oh, I don't know. That was hilarious to me.
Who on the team remembers to put in those type of nostalgic moments? So to say, hey, let's do a joke with the Mae Young hand. That's funny. How does that get brought into this?
It's just brainstorming in the writer's room. And look, there's a bunch of very clever, very funny, very educated when it comes to wrestling people sitting in that writer's room. You can think what you want about them, but they get no glory and do all the work, except for taking the bumps, of course. But they do work hard, and they come up with that kind of stuff, which to me is comedy gold. Now we're going to do a gratuitous plug and get a Sonic,
Hey, look, you know what's
Sonic on roller
Sonic
skates.
integration in here.
The Island Breeze slush from Sonic.
I'm a fan of slushes.
Strawberry, and I
Me
got a
too.
pineapple. Ooh. Pineapple and strawberry.
The girl actually skated over there.
Dog, having been in creative, how fun is it to ask one of the other writers or writer's assistants to put on the stupid costumes?
Oh, it's very funny, especially if we have one in mind when the idea comes up. You know what I mean? Like, oh, God, so-and-so would be great in this.
We got a match coming on right now between Jack Swagger and Brodus Clay.
Oh.
And Brodus, I think, unveiled some new outfit on this
Some new
match.
gear. Some new gear. Let's go back and see it.
A little thematic theming, or here we go. Disco light shining, disco ball.
Disco light shining bright. Up with the audio.
The Bunker Dactyl!
Oh, boy.
Come on, funk. Funk is on a roll. There he is. Brodus
no.
Clay. They call me Tyrus. I love that song.
I was a big fan of the gimmick. I know people, this was one of those others that everyone was crapping on it, that how do you take this big man and make him a joke? I just thought it was pure fun.
I agree 100%, and I think it is, now look, it's a very expensive, but it's a great way to like open up a live event, or open up to see this and see, you know what I mean? And you have a big fun guy come out, kill somebody, and then dance on the way out like everybody's having fun, man.
Anytime to get some Kangos on TV is good to me.
Here we go. Slide to the side. And do the funkadactyl. Roar. Roar. I'm a dinosaur. Kick. Split. Take my pants off. Huh.
The pants never came off clean ever.
No, ever.
ID Superstars entrance themes immediately, instantly available via iTunes.
We're plugging a lot right now. We got themes, we got touts, we got Skypes, we got Shazams.
Yeah.
That's what you would see. I'm way ahead of you. I'm already got it downloaded. It's a great app.
Swagger was in the midst of a losing. Oh wait, we got some talking. Look at the American singlet.
Oh no.
One of the three faces of Mick Foley. There was Mankind, there was
I mean, he's feeling it. He's mobile at this point too. Look at he's got some mobility going.
He's got no rhythm, but mobility.
New Jack once told me that he invented the style of T-shirt with the fringes on the bottom.
Oh, I'll be darned. Is that right?
So here we go, Jack Swagger.
Hey, what was this all about? Like, holy mackerel, they said, hey, I guarantee you, they said, get him, beat him, beat him.
Right here, you're saying,
yeah.
And just make it a quick
because that
segment.
went long, yeah. Because that went all long, the dancing, and of course we went long, DX went long, so now they're trying to make up time, I guarantee you.
So let's talk Jack Swagger in that situation. Similar to a Billy Gunn size-wise, because he's just deceptively a big man.
He is a raw bone, athletic individual. He is one of the legit, too legit to quit, tough guys in our industry who has a grappling style, and he's not afraid to go at it. And look, I think that, like I said, I think that match would have been bigger, longer, and more competitive had we not taken up so much time. In the first segment.
Since you brought up Too Legit to Quit, let me take you on a little tangent to my high school days.
I love it.
I actually spoke to MC Hammer on MTV's Rockline television show when Too Legit to Quit came out, and I got like a 10-pack of Maxell blank tapes. Let's go to DX in the back.
I love it.
It's for me. I'm just
No.
flexible.
Listen, yoga is for everyone. Believe me. Listen, you know what it is? You have to connect your breath and your movement. Try it with me. Take a deep breath in. Give it a whirl. Ready?
Trish and Triple H.
And
I'm
extend down, reaching for your
Breathe
toes.
out.
There you
No,
go.
see?
No.
I can feel it pulling back there,
No,
like in my
it's your
hamstring.
mind is stopping you. Okay, you need to release
It's in
it.
my mind. I'll try it.
Shake
Mental
it off.
block.
It's in my mind. I feel like it's in my hamstring.
And extend, reaching for your toes. Good. Extending down. That's it. That's it.
Yep,
yes.
that's tight. No,
loose.
it's tight.
It'll be loose. It'll
It's
be
tight.
loose.
It
Don't
hurts,
you worry.
Trish. No, it hurts.
Billy down low.
You know what? We'll just wait by the back door, in the rear. We'll
Hey guys,
we'll just wait out here.
It's not.
Don't touch me, bitch. What do you have?
It's coming along.
So,
Nothing much.
X-Pac with some awkward flirting.
Thank you.
okay.
Great.
Talk to me about the fun of these kind of segments. You get to go reenact a little
Oh.
bit of history, bring back
I was
the
hoping
nostalgia.
these guys were going to sing a quartet, like the Oak Ridge Boys. Those groomsmen had straight jackets on. No, it
Because
wasn't.
we're dealing with mental instability.
Yes. Instability.
Yes.
Amen. Yes, we are. Not only in this episode of Monday Night Raw, but also on this podcast.
Did you feel that this show had some sort of Attitude Era-ish mentality with having some less restrictions, or
Yeah. They always let you play a little more, and believe you me, you get back to doing right the next Monday. But yeah, every time we have something like this, he loosens up the reins a little bit.
I think as we transition here, we're seeing the plugs once again for our main event: John Cena and CM Punk. Advertised cashing in of the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yes, and see, that's the kind of character Cena is. He would not. And this came in. This is topical because we just had Money in the Bank, but That's the kind of character that John Cena is. Not the human being, but the character. He's such a babyface, he will warn you ahead of time when he's going to cash his thing in. Let's go to Lawler now.
Here, actually, let's pause this. We're gonna stop for a second, and before things heat up with this 1,000 Raw 1,000 wedding, let's cool down with ChiliSleep, a company keeping you cool at night, and that's not just for style points. That's because keeping cool is better for your muscles, your mind, and for getting better quality sleep. That's the wrong song right there, but that's the right one.
We just play music.
Science tells us that the best way to achieve and maintain consistent, deep sleep is by lowering your core body temperature. That means get cold. Temperature-controlled sleep repairs muscle after a hard day's work, and it improves your cognitive function, so you always start your day feeling sharp and alert. That means more brain power. ChiliSleep makes customizable, climate-controlled sleep solutions that help you improve your entire well-being. ChiliSleep makes the Uller and Cube sleep systems, hydro-powered, temperature-controlled mattress toppers that fit over your existing mattress to provide your ideal sleep temperature. These luxury mattress pads keep your bed at the perfect temperature for deep sleep, whether you sleep hot or cold. These sleep systems are designed to help you fall asleep, stay asleep, and give you the confidence and energy to power through your day. Imagine waking up and not feeling tired. ChiliSleep can help make that happen. And for an extra layer of comfort, let me suggest the Chili Blanket, the only weighted blanket that can also be paired with a control unit for the ultimate sweat-free sleep. I have problems sleeping, I toss and turn, I pull the sheets and blankets, it makes it difficult and I disrupt my wife, but since having the Uller system installed on my bed, I sleep through the night, I'm getting deeper, more restful sleep, I'm fired up and energetic when I wake up in the morning, and I'm just feeling good. Head over to ChiliSleep.com/dog to learn more and save 30% off the purchase of any new Cube or Uller sleep system. And this offer is only available exclusively for Oh You Didn't Know It Road Dogg listeners, and only for a limited time. That's Chili, CHILI, sleep.com/dog, DOGG, to take advantage of our exclusive discount and wake up refreshed every day. ChiliSleep,
man.
I love it.
Hey,
it's
like
my
I said
favorite.
Before, you make
I tell everyone now.
Yeah, me too.
I like
me too.
it.
And you, like I said, you can set it on your phone. And I've said this before, but like to me, it's you can do the same thing on RecTeq, by the way. But to me, this is still like groundbreaking stuff. You can, holy mackerel, I can control these devices to make my life better on my telephone. Like,
we repeat it because it's a great product, and we want you guys to take advantage of the offer. It helps us, it helps them, they help us, we help them. You enjoy the show, you get great products.
You stand up,
it's
Bluechew,
the circle of life. All right, back to talking Raw 1000. We're gonna pick up the time code. Let's flip it into the screen. Let's do a little switch. I think it's this button right here. Oh, no, wrong one. Oh,
look at you. Look at you, Ryan Katz.
How you like me now?
Hell, I liked you before.
4603. I'm out of. People hate when I get out of control, but that's okay.
You know what? I got two words for them.
I like me.
I like you too.
Michael Myers, I don't even. Do you remember the milk commercial? Michael Myers, I don't even exist in your eyes, but I'm drinking milk, and these days my bones are. I can't believe I actually think I know it word for word. Sorry,
you know the whole thing. Yeah.
I'm off. All right, let's get back to Raw.
Holy mackerel, you did know the whole thing.
Ceremony.
Oh, Lord.
Jerry Lawler hosting.
So let me ask you this. what part of the show is this in? Is this early in the show or at the end?
We finished hour 1, so I believe this is the beginning of hour 2.
So this is probably 9 o'clock hour Eastern time.
Yes,
And
because I saw the last segment, the copyright came up.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So yeah, you see is what we do here in television land is you put these big promotable items in your crossover segment, so at the top of the hour. And so that's what, if you're turning around, imagine turning around to different shows and you see there's, holy mackerel, a wrestling ring, a full crowd, a wedding is inside the wrestling ring, and there's Slick, who used to be, and Jerry Lawler, and holy mackerel, I'm going to leave it here for a second. It makes what is called a sticky segment where I stop switching channels and watch this. So having said that, let's watch this.
You just got to remember one thing. Love is grand, but divorce is 100 grand.
Lol. It's okay to laugh at that. It's okay.
Love is grand.
I mean, it's a
divorce costs you 100 grand.
The Slickster's been promised a whole lot of yard bird in exchange for my services tonight. So let's get this show on the road.
He's doing this for yard
So, to those who do tease me about my vocal styles and delivery, I grew up as a huge fan of the Doctor of Style Slick.
Dr. Style.
I was a huge fan of the Jive Soul Bro. I wear the Kangol to this day.
Is that the reason?
I mean, Slick's one of those people. I mean, I'm a hip-hop guy since I'm young, but
so
Kangols were
the
always
Kangol,
important to me since I'm probably 12 years old, and I remember wanting to purchase my first one, and I didn't actually get one until I think I was like 21.
Cool story.
Let's
For
go
real.
back to Daniel
For real.
Bryan.
Daniel Bryan.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, sorry. I sounded like an a-hole. I apologize.
We understand there's a very interesting #1 trend in the world right now. I hope Daniel Bryan doesn't see this. Hashtag AJ.
Hashtag AJ say no or whatever was trending. But hey, like you said earlier, Ryan, watching this is where Daniel Bryan became a household name.
Absolutely.
Yes, he was a wrestler's wrestler prior to this, but this is where he became a household name. And you can hate me or love me, but it was this, it was Team Hell No, it was all of the stuff where he showed he's more than just a grappler.
Do you have a favorite wrestling wedding that sticks in your mind?
I think you and I should stand up.
I gotta say that, Index from our NXT days. And it's because we just did it, so it's the most recent one, but it was also really fun to put together. And I thought it worked well. And when they actually got married, and that was that. It was crazy, right?
Absolutely. AJ making her way up the stairs, probably the hardest part of the whole,
segment.
the whole bit. And then has to get through the ropes. I feel like we actually at NXT opened up the side of ropes so there weren't ropes.
I think we took the ropes down.
Yep.
But they should have followed our lead in executing and constructing this wedding.
Should have had a time machine.
And Reverend Slick.
There we go.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to share in the joining of these two unique and beautiful people, Daniel Bryan and AJ Lee. In lieu of the wedding party, Daniel and AJ have chosen all of you to witness this most sacred ceremony.
I mean, as someone should.
My friends, I need to tell you something. Marriage, I said marriage.
I love it.
Marriage is a sacred institution.
Go on, Slick.
Marriage
I love it.
should not be entered into lightly. Marriage is between two unadulterated, totally in love people.
AJ stopping the exuberant excitement of Slick.
I think she might be
If
telling
there's
Slick.
anyone here tonight
Hurry up.
who can show just cause why these two individuals cannot be married, Speak now or forever else hold your peace.
And it was trending on Twitter, no, right? Is that what they...
Yep.
I thought Slick was actually excellent in this.
Watching it back, I was going to ask a different question. I was like, no, that was tremendous.
Wow.
And he controlled that crowd.
I never heard that before.
Gives him the ring.
AJ,
I guarantee you this went long, too.
I know we've had our ups and downs, but I love you.
It's good delivery.
Oh, yeah, Daniel's
always
good.
Love you.
That's what's crazy is
And I
Daniel's
promise
really
you
good
this.
at
Once
promos,
I
at
slip
character
this
stuff.
ring
Like,
on your finger.
I don't know why he didn't
And
want to
we
do
are
that
announced
personally prior to
man
this. You know what I
and
mean?
wife.
Prior to being, but once he was given that
A new
opportunity,
chapter
man, did he run
is
with
gonna
it.
begin
And
for both of us.
what a successful career he's had. You know, it's still having.
And I will finally have.
And it couldn't happen to a nicer
everything
guy, by the way.
I've
What a
ever
great,
wanted.
great, educated, smart, what a well-rounded man.
Do you, Daniel, take AJ to be your lawfully wedded wife?
To have and to hold.
Yes.
Oh.
He's just...
And do you, AJ?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
The crowd responds.
Well, I guess that says it all. By the power vested in me by the state of...
Wait. I wasn't saying yes to Daniel.
What?
What? Daniel looked like he's shoot about to cry.
Yep, great
I was
facial.
saying yes to someone else.
Who? Who are you talking about, AJ? Yeah, Daniel's great, man.
Slick's open mouth expression.
Yeah.
Oh.
Another man. Another man who made a proposal to me earlier tonight.
And now no one in the crowd
What
knows
are you-
where this is going, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, heavens no. How could they?
No, but there was no foreshadowing storyline wise.
No. But you get a great reaction on the music, right? Like, oh, what? You're marrying her?
No, what? This can't be.
Daniel, hang on. Daniel, it's not that kind of a proposal.
No.
It's a business proposal. In the interest of making Raw 1001 as great as it can be, and every week thereafter, allow me to introduce you to the new general manager of Monday Night Raw, AJ.
AJ? Oh my God. What?
Good camera shot of
Slick
Daniel.
just
Slow
takes
turn.
off.
Yeah.
Great facial expression.
Look, that's what WWE does, man. Whether you like it or not, they tell a great story with camera shots, with facials, with... I never understood why she couldn't marry him and be the general manager.
What made Vince want to give her the job as general manager when her mental capacity was in question so much?
I think that's exactly why he did it. He's a
Oh.
rascal. That Vince McMahon is a rascal.
She blows him a kiss, and as Slick would say, turn out the lights, the party's over.
Yep, and the wedding is too. She said, no, I will not marry you. And yes, I am wearing Converse under this beautiful wedding gown.
which,
Look at him. Oh.
He's ripping up the flowers.
No. It turned him. It turned him to a no man instead of a yes man.
Yeah, I mean, for Daniel Bryan to actually go ham on flowers and rip them up, I mean, that's got to be something big.
Especially since he doesn't eat any meat, and he went ham on it. But let's go.
And now he
he's tearing
gets to
down everything.
destroy the set.
He is
As a talent, do you look forward to the moments where you get told you get to break things?
I don't know. I don't think they ever told me I could break things. I think I just broke them and apologized later.
We went to commercial break,
my brother
came back.
Scott came
There's
back
your
and-
brother in the ring. We got 3 officials trying
and
to
John
calm.
Cone.
Yeah.
John Cone, Rod Zapata.
Yeah. Spider Rod. And Daniel Bryan is still fired up.
Oh.
And the CM Punk music hits.
Here he comes. The best in the world.
The best.
From what I'm told by him.
In the world. Main event later, as we're told.
Yeah, it's for the WWE Championship. John Cena, 15-time champion. I don't know how many at this time. Against challenger, against champion CM Punk. What's Punk coming out here to do?
So are you back in the truck at this point on this show?
Yeah. So now
we're getting ready to set up a little business for later.
Yeah, Virginia loves Punk, it said, assigned, but I thought they were in St. Louis.
They are in St. Louis, Missouri. But they came from Virginia.
It's Kid Callahan, Kid Columbus. You know, he used to live in Cincinnati. Let's go back into this audio-wise so the internet doesn't get hot and I cut off CM Punk promo time.
A lot of milking on this episode.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't come out here to rub it in your face. But you did just get stood up at the altar. Honestly, couldn't happen to a nicer guy. I mean, you treated AJ so well. I think everybody here is in collective shock and awe that she wouldn't want to marry such a nice guy. Now here you are, throwing a tantrum, breaking stuff, throwing a fit. And I guess I would if I was in your shoes too, because AJ has just been named the new general manager of Raw.
Look, it's trending.
And that can't bode well for your future, but I do wish you luck. So you can now continue throwing a fit, throwing a tantrum. I'm going to continue being the WWE champion and being the best in the world.
Best.
He still has a white microphone.
Best in the world. You're not even the best in this ring tonight.
That line did not get the reaction I think he thought it was going to get.
I think it was a great line.
Not only am I better than you, I am the greatest WWE superstar of all time. You hear me, Punk? Greatest of all time.
The crowd seems a little bit behind right now, emotionally invested in the other story, and I think a little...
Yeah, the business just picked up, as they say.
The Rock says, The Rock says...
And I'm sure we were heavy after this segment went off the air. He always looks so good, doesn't he?
He does. Now, I always heard a story and a rumor that Rock liked to use cue cards in a promo. Any truth that you can shed on that?
So, I think maybe cue cards in a promo room
Backstage.
or backstage. Yeah. And look, I don't. I mean, that's it's not unheard of. It's not common, but he also used to cut some great promos, and some of the lines were well thought of. And so if you wanted to read them backstage off a promo, I remember doing a lot of promo stuff backstage where there was a teleprompter involved when it came to towns and what live events we were on and stuff. So, I mean, it ain't crazy. I've never seen him do it, but I know there was a big joke about writing it on his hand and all this stuff.
With the Cena story.
Later, with the
Comes
Cena
up.
story. So,
Yep.
look, I'm one that can't remember anything either. I'd use every crutch I could.
You like a teleprompter?
Yeah, I'd like a teleprompter if I was cutting a long promo. Look at that. That's it's disrespect, but it's also kind of bad double crooked letter. You know what I mean? He just walked right between those two guys, and neither one of them did anything.
A sign of respect for the great one.
Yeah. Well, he demanded it,
Yep.
and whether he got it or not, Punk's got his arms crossed, so he probably doesn't. It's a hot segment, man. This is so they'll chant his name again.
You don't get to say who the greatest of all time is. They get to say who the greatest of all time is.
Rock is always so good, man. He takes his time.
Brings the people in.
Yeah.
Takes them along on his journey.
Yeah. And you remember the words he said, you know?
Now, since they said that, the People's Champ says this. Finally, The Rock has come back to St. Louis.
He was pretty proud of himself. It was good. Yeah, he almost went too high for himself.
You see, The Rock says,
hey! Whoa.
Huge
Daniel
moment.
Bryan cutting off The Rock.
don't know who you think Hey, no. See, you just don't cut The Rock off like that. You understand that? No, you don't cut The Rock off like that.
Punk is just standing over there like a houseplant in this segment.
I'm going to be negative net and point out, though, that Rock's back was to the hard cam.
Oh, hard cam the whole time. And so they got a cameraman, as you can see from this shot, up on the apron, and probably another one on the other apron, but they're just trying to get the best shots of them they can. What are the people chanting there?
I didn't hear that one, Steve.
No. You don't ever cut The Rock off like that. No. Because what you don't understand this. You see, it was right here when The Rock won his first WWE Championship was in St. Louis.
Oh. Always good to have a hometown pop like that. God, he's taking so much time. We didn't know if
See,
he was
The Rock isn't here right now.
3-hour Raw,
The Rock
dog.
is
You
not
got
here
plenty
right
of
now
it.
Yeah,
to
we
talk
got
to
time.
Frodo. No. The Rock is here right now to talk about the WWE Championship. The Rock just got word.
Still got his back.
The Rock just got word at the Royal Rumble. Whoever the WWE champion is, they will go one-on-one with the Great One. And that night, they will defend their title against The Rock.
So we're setting up for 6 months down the line right here.
Yeah.
Well, that is good news for you. And you know what? That's good news for me, too, because I'll fill in the blank for you, Rocky, that whoever will be WWE champion, you're looking at him. Tonight, I'm going to beat John Cena.
Strong words.
Crowd booed that. Wanted
Royal
Cena
Rumble,
there.
well,
Yeah.
I wish the Royal Rumble was tomorrow because I can't wait. I want to jump in head first. CM Punk versus The Rock sounds good to me. And all due respect, just like I end John Cena tonight, I'm going to beat you at the Royal Rumble.
He could have said worse.
Yes. Yes, he could have.
Let The Rock make something perfectly clear to you, CM Punk. And it goes like this, like The Rock said earlier. It was right here in St. Louis that The Rock won his very first WWE Championship. So it's only fitting that The Rock will stand before you tonight, look you in the eye, and tell you, CM Punk, the best in the world, that at the Royal Rumble, The Rock will be the next WWE champion.
Oh.
No, 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 no.
Just the visual of him in the white tuxedo.
It's supposed to be about me. This was supposed to be the greatest night of my life.
I love him walking back in there like you said.
You
It was
want
a
to
great
know?
shot.
Do you want to know who you're going to fight, Rocky? Some way, somehow, you are going to fight me.
That camera shot was incredible too because it made
Yeah.
Daniel look really small
And
where
not
his head
only
barely fits
will
on
I
the
be
frame.
Champion, but I will be the face of the WWE.
Looking back, I feel like this is a career-defining moment for Daniel Bryan, man.
The face of the WWE. Is that what you're saying? That The Rock is looking at? Is that what you're saying? 15,000 people are looking at right now? No.
became it.
What we're looking at is this. We're looking at what would happen if a homeless lumberjack banged an Oompa Loompa. Oompa Loompa Doopa Dee Ding. You look like a troll from Lord of the Rings.
He said that didn't even rhyme.
Listen, The Rock didn't come here to talk to you, Oompa Loompa. No. The Rock
They
came
weren't
here
trolls,
to
they were
talk to you.
hobbits.
Because the fact of the matter is this. CM Punk, have a good match tonight. Good luck and kick ass like I know you will. And as for you, Oompa, listen, I'm sorry that you didn't get married tonight. But listen, it ain't all bad for you tonight. You know why? Because The Rock went ahead and he got you a wedding gift anyway. Oh!
The rock bottom is a wedding gift.
What The Rock is cooking.
There we go. We had a little
Wow.
static coming through.
That was, yeah. Is that how that ended?
That's that segment right there. We got CM Punk's just arms crossed and looking on in observance as The Rock leaves the ring, laying Daniel Bryan out with that rock bottom. 10 years later, what a trip down memory lane. Look at all of them still going and doing their thing.
What a great segment that was. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you come back up on the air after the failed wedding, and then you have the groom still pitching a fit. Here comes, that was great. Some of the stuff I watch, and when like, I understand it gets monotonous, 3 hours is a lot, but some of the stuff I watch, and it's classic. And I think, man, why don't people appreciate that?
I mean, as I said, I don't remember the specifics, and then just seeing Daniel Bryan's performance makes me go, that's a hell of an episode right here. Like, this is strong.
Right. For Daniel Bryan, you know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
showing just range, showing so much. Who would you like to see The Rock face for the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble? There's a poll. We're trying to get the Twitter response going of Rock Punk, Rock Show, or Rock Cena.
But you notice Rock's first. It's not even about who the champion will be. It's Rock versus these three guys.
All right, we're going to pause for one more second so I can tell you about another one of our great show sponsors. And this time, we're talking about Car Shield. This episode's brought to you by Car Shield, who makes it easy and affordable to protect our cars from expensive repairs.
And protect
that's
your wallet.
just for starters. Protect your wallet. Yeah. Car Shield is the #1 auto protection company in the United States and offers protection plans for around $100 a month. And the plans cover more parts than ever before, whether your car has 5,000 miles or 150,000 miles or something squeaking like the car in this audio is right now. Man, I wish I would have had Car Shield about a month or so ago, because I just got done paying more than $2,500 in maintenance and repairs and upkeep. But my loss becomes your gain, because we now know, and we could pass on these savings to you. So let me tell you how simple it is to get your car fixed with Car Shield. Here's what you do. If and when you need a repair, you choose the mechanic, and then Car Shield's administrators handle the rest. That's it. You don't have to deal with the paperwork or any headaches. You're taken care of. And same goes if your car breaks down and you're stuck on the side of the road, because plans through Car Shield also include coast-to-coast roadside assistance. Dog, you brought up last week or 2 weeks ago an experience where that came in handy for a relative of yours.
Yep, it sure did. Coast to coast, too, man. That roadside assistance is a no-brainer for me. I have daughters. I have a wife. When you're on the road, as much as I am, and they're kind of on their own and on the road, God forbid something goes down, but you thank God in that instance for Car Shield.
Car Shield's administrators are there for you with rental car options, trip reimbursement, and it's at no extra cost, too. Get coverage today and you'll lock in your price now, because it will never go up. That means as long as you own your car, no matter how old it is, you're protected from the rising cost of parts and repairs for your vehicle. Car Shield helps protect mine and Dog's wallet from expensive car repairs, and they'll do the same for you. Go to carshield.com/podcast to start your plan and lock in your pricing forever. That's carshield.com/podcast. I can't talk. That's carshield.com/podcast. A deductible may apply. I'm going to get some YouTube comments.
That's the only part I know of it. The may apply part.
May apply. I'm going to get YouTube comments. There's a guy who's like, guy can't talk at all. He stumbles every word. He stumbles over every word.
Is he talking about me or you?
No, me.
Well,
I'm a mumble mouth.
That's all right.
Raw 1000.
You're like the Yankee Bobby Eaton.
We got Raw 1000. We're back.
Raw 1000. Let's get back. What was that? You think that was the 10 o'clock hour?
So we're at 111.05 on the total episode, but that's minus commercials. So we're pushing it. I don't think we've hit the 10 o'clock yet. I think we started that. So let's hit the play button right here, and we're back for an iconic episode of Monday Night Raw. Raw 1000.
Man, still can't get over that. Was 10 years ago, and it was Raw 1000. So I don't know. Somebody named Steve should probably do the math and see if you did 52 episodes times 10 years plus 1,000. How many episodes are we at now?
I think we're at 14,672. I'm just making that math up in my head. It's wrong. Bret Hart comes
1520 is what I'm hearing from the truck. I'm sorry. I'm hearing from the truck 1520. So we're almost over halfway to 2,000. Bret the Hitman Hart on his way to the ring. Let's chime in with the audio here and hear what the Hitman has to say.
I want to know what is Road Dogg going to do with DX on the Raw 2000 episode.
Oh, yeah, I won't be in there. I won't be there. I don't think.
All right, volume up.
Bret.
One of the best moments of my career was when I won the first Intercontinental Championship against one of the greatest superstars that ever lived, Mr. Perfect.
Amen.
It's an honor for me to be here tonight for the 1000th episode of Monday Night Raw and to introduce to you the two participants in tonight's Intercontinental Championship match. First, I want to introduce the Intercontinental Champion, Christian.
Well, you recall last
My
week
favorite Bret Hart promo is gotta be in Pittsburgh when he says, if I was to give America an enema, I'd stick the hose right here in Pittsburgh.
That's a Newark joke. JK. Okay, so Christian, let's see who's Christian's facing to try to hold on to his Intercontinental Champion.
I know. Do you want to guess?
Richard Belvedere.
No, Mr. Belvedere. I was a big fan of Mr.
Yeah,
Belvedere.
me too. The Human too.
And Wrestling Connection, Bob Uecker.
Yeah. He's working with Uecker? Christian versus Uecker for the Intercontinental title.
Oh my God, that would be amazing because it was Uecker and
his opponent.
The Miz.
Yes! The timing of the sound was amazing on that to be delivered like that.
That was great.
Miz.
Yeah, it was great. And the music hit. Like if I was Miz, I'd be ticked right now. Oh, this was Miz with black hair?
I mean, that seems Miz's normal hair color.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, maybe I'm just.
It's just a little dark from behind.
It's a little dark.
You're
but
used to some highlights.
Here we go. Are we putting the title on Miz?
I mean, spoiler alert.
Oh, sorry. But like when I see this, I can't imagine Christian hanging on to that title.
So as you brought that up, let's say it. Miz, I would say he used to get a lot of crap. I think he actually gets less crap now, and in the last few years, people's disdain has turned into respect for the Miz, and they understand what he's been able to do, and how he's been able to elevate himself to a status and career that's remarkable.
Yeah, I agree. I think Miz is a workhorse. I get in arguments all the time on Twitter about, pro wrestling purists want to talk about his grappling skills or this or the other, and that's not the name of the game, man. That's not what we're doing here. What we're doing is we're not nickel and diming. We're mass communicating, and Miz is the master at mass communicating.
Keeps his body somewhat healthy.
I
would say a limited amount of injuries.
Knock
in his career.
on wood. Can you think of a time he was out due to injury? And I cannot. And I knock on wood because I don't wish that on anybody, but especially not him. Imagine the life. I mean, yeah, he's going to be set up if he's doing right. But imagine the life schedule he lives with, doing that. Doing the wrestling shows and doing the. I saw this earlier, and I love the reality show. I love the knee here because this is storytelling. You go to break with him hitting his knee and selling it. You come back with he's working on that knee, and then it goes into this is what Christian is great at, storytelling in the ring. And so look, they re-show this. Oh, the knee. You know what I mean? They're showing it. He's working on his knee, and it comes into play in the finish. And like I said, that's what Christian does best. Is great in-ring storytelling.
The repetitive.
He kind of always did too, which is weird.
The repetitive theme of this episode seems to be 10 years later, and so many of these guys are doing it at the highest levels still today.
Yeah, agreed.
Christian having a resurgence with mic work, going after the Hardy Boys, doing some great work in the heel turn right now on AEW. Impressive stuff.
And Miz, is just we just talked about him and his crazy life and schedule. But you just see that, like I said, there's storytelling. If Christian's if I'm gonna drop the title tonight, I'm gonna do it in a good way where I go, man, my knee was banged up. I would have loved for him to sell it a little more. Okay, there he did a little bit, but I was during all of that. He's still selling a little bit.
He's selling. He looked like he was waiting for a spot on that one. If I'm being critical, which I normally wouldn't do. Was watching, but that's the job right now. Is we're analyzing.
Miz always threw a left-handed punch and clothesline, which always caught me off guard. But look,
guy's a worker.
What a great false finish there with the big boot to the face that Miz always does so well. Look, everybody in the ring's a great worker. That's my brother, the referee. So, so they're telling that story. Look, now he's turning up the heat on the leg.
We had Bret Hart on the ring announcing. Talk to me about Bret. Let's get some more Bret stories or anything.
Well, look, Bret Brett was Brett, right? Brett. The first time I ever saw anybody like really, really over was early on in '95, and I went to South Africa and Germany and some towns with the WWE, and Bret Hart was the most over person I ever seen, and so that speaks for itself. And I just saw the holy mackerel. There's 1,000 people at this hotel with Bret the Hitman Hart sunglasses on. You know what I mean? And I thought, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. But I'd never seen nothing like that at all anyway. So yeah, look, Bret's Bret, and one of the all-time greats in the WWE, and that's a fact. That's not anybody's opinion, or you know what I mean. Like, it doesn't matter what my opinion is. The facts are he's Bret the Hitman Hart, multi-champion in the WWE, and one of the all-time greats.
Both
and a Hall of
competitors
Famer.
Going back and forth right here. Christian had hit a 360 tornado DDT for a 2 count. Miz able to make it back up, hits that short style DDT.
Oh, vintage Miz.
Goes for the clothesline in the corner, but racks himself on the second turnbuckle. Christian looking for the unprettier.
Yeah, the unprettier. That was the name of his finish. I kept thinking about that.
Make you feel unpretty.
Yeah.
But
look at
through.
Can we
Great
rewind that?
Yeah, let's.
Can you back that up just to the just dump over, and watch Christian. Watch exactly how Christian stands up from selling with his knee. I'm a fingernail biter, and I pulled a fingernail off, so now I'm bleeding really bad.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, if you see me
that's
wiping
creepy.
If you see me wiping it, I apologize.
Pulling fingernails, that's creepy. Here we go. Here's the moment.
Yep.
Goes for the unprettier. Miz counters.
Boom.
Sets up. Full Nelson looking for the...
Goes for his finish again, unprettier. Goes through, go up, back and over. Oh, look. Oh, whose finish was I perfectly in position for? And the answer is Miz's. And kudos to you, Christian, for doing it that way. Not only will I put you over, but I'll end up right where you need me, dude, so I can take your finish the best.
And new
Christian
Intercontinental Champion, The Miz.
The Miz. Hey, and one of many. How many has he had now? How many has Miz... What is the zombie match, Steve?
The zombie match was before Wrestle. It was to promote the Netflix movie. Scotty Garland was zombied.
Yeah, was one of the
for
zombies.
That.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, I remember that.
Let's go, Mike.
The Intercontinental Champion. And I'm... Awesome.
He's indeed awesome.
See, he takes advantage of stuff like that, man. He had one line after winning the title. He takes advantage of it, and he delivers it correctly, and his timing is good, you know what I mean? And he places himself right for the cameras to pick up what he wants.
The way he held the championship on that last camera shot was very similar to Alexa Bliss's way, which I never noticed a similarity there.
Which she probably got it from him.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
I didn't realize that either. But yeah, Miz is the man. So what's up next?
So much is going on. The wedding and, of course, there's a big announcement from The Rock.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is epic. This is awesome. I'm a big fan of The Rock, so it's great to see him back, and I can't wait to see him at the Royal Rumble. That'll be pretty cool. But guys, I gotta say something about that weasel, Daniel Bryan. I mean, clearly he has some serious anger management issues, and he has no clue how to treat a woman like AJ properly. And now let's face it, it blew up in his face. Plus, watching him cry like a baby. I mean, come on, Daniel, man up, you Oompa Loompa.
Charlie, I'm glad you're having fun tonight. This has been so much fun for us to have you, and we're going to check in with you a little bit later on.
Yes,
if
indeed.
I'm still alive, yes, please.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Charlie Sheen watching Raw 1000 live.
I am on a ton of blow, so if my heart could explode before you contact me again via Skype.
I mean, big, huge celebrity draw for WWE. He was coming off signing on the new show after 2.5 Men in the contract dispute that took place. It was a big get.
It was a huge get. It just...
he just doesn't seem to be that interested.
He was the one that got away. Yeah, he could care less. He remembered the talking points. Royal Rumble, Rock,
and did that
Daniel
well.
Bryan. Yeah,
I mean, he knew the script.
Yeah, he did, especially to be so high. Because there's no way he was normal. Oh my God, what's Hunter do? Is he wrestling?
Triple H on his way out, and he's got something he's got to talk about.
Is it Bluechew?
No, not Bluechew,
no,
but Bluechew.com, promo code DOG.
He came out here with his happy, hungry hippos, hogs, or whatever.
Dog was telling me that we went to commercial. Slam of the week.
Presented by 5
Hour Energy.
I thought that was
Slam of
Vince
the
the
week.
Duster for a second when I looked away.
You're being disrespectful now.
Oh.
You're being disrespectful. I don't think that you understand.
Oh my God! Wait a minute.
Oh.
Lesnar, that's the CEO of
Brock Lesnar manhandling Triple H.
Yeah.
Triple H
But Hunter had worked with him before, so he knew, hey,
Brock Lesnar has
get them in when you can. Like, you know what I mean? Like those. Because that's going to happen soon.
Oh, this was when he was breaking arms. Now, okay.
He was breaking arms. He was buying farms and breaking arms.
There it is, the snap.
Brock is he used to be so mean.
I mean, he's an intimidating dude.
Yeah, what a man. But now he comes out there and he's
smiling.
You know, babyface Brock. I love it.
Y'all having a good time?
H milking the moment
Great.
again.
Well, I've had my fun, so now it's time to pick up the intensity a bit. Brock Lesnar, I know you're here. I called you out. Brock Lesnar, I want to fight. I want to fight you at SummerSlam, and I want an answer, and I want it now.
So I think for 3 Hour Raw, the crowd is definitely a little dry. I'm assuming we already had a pre-show or, you know, whether it's Superstars,
sure
main event, whatever it was.
Yeah, it was a huge show that, man, I don't think it could sustain the type of energy that was there during that first segment
yep.
You know?
I mean, I did enjoy H's transition right there. Instead of a response from Brock Lesnar, we got Paul Heyman making his way out to the ring. Looking a lot trimmer 10 years previously.
Yep, well, me too.
No, but I was saying Triple H's transition to where he said that now it's time to get to business. I thought it came off
real.
Sincere, yeah.
Yeah. Which
legitimate.
Let's hear Paul Heyman's promo.
I came out here to talk to the horse's head, not the horse's ass.
Oh, great. Well, I see your negotiating skills have certainly improved since the last time we ran into each other. Understandable. I know you're upset, so you are right about one thing. My client, Brock Lesnar, is here tonight. And my client, Brock Lesnar, has authorized me through a power of attorney to answer your question right now. You want a match at SummerSlam against Brock Lesnar? You want to fight Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam? You want to main event SummerSlam against Brock Lesnar? And Brock Lesnar's answer to you is no.
A master manipulator of people's emotions.
If Brock Lesnar's here and he doesn't want to come out here like a man, how about I just go back there and find him?
Unless that's a rhetorical question, I have an answer for you because you already have 2 lawsuits caused by you against you personally and against WWE. Now you're going to go cause a third? Tell me, Mr. Chief Operating Officer, is that truly what's best for business?
I don't give a crap at this point. You mean to tell me that Brock Lesnar is such a coward he won't even come out here and tell me no to my face? All this hype, all this bravado, the big bad Brock Lesnar. Turns out he's just a little bully? A little coward? Is that it, huh? Brock's afraid? Is he afraid of me? Is that the deal? Brock's scared, Paul?
Name calling? Name calling? You're gonna resort to name calling to lure Brock Lesnar into a fight with you? My God, man, what's happened to you? I mean, what are you, a child? I mean, that's what I teach my children not to do. Is that what you teach your children to?
Hey. What I
Just
tell
got
you,
real.
You don't talk about my family or my kids.
Yeah, they're part of your family.
Hey, I'm sorry, okay?
You're
100% right, and I apologize to you. Because as Brock Lesnar's advocate, I did step over a line. I shouldn't talk about your children because actually, I feel sorry for your children. You ever hear the line, the sins of the father shall be visited upon the children?
Oh, no.
She always had great music,
Paul
didn't she?
Heyman crossed the line.
Yep, billion-dollar princess, Stephanie McMahon.
That's Triple H's wife, the mother of his children, Stephanie McMahon.
See, they should see Hunter's face right now, too, because Hunter was like smiling like, oh, you've done it now. Now Mama Bear's mad. Papa Bear was just going to beat you up. Here we go.
Stephanie looks pissed.
Let me tell you one thing, Heyman. You do not ever speak about my children. Ever again. Do you understand that? If you really want to make things personal, let's call what these lawsuits are really all about. Because they're not about Brock Lesnar. They're about you. They're about you masking your failures as a businessman. Your failures at WCW, your failures at ECW, and your failures at WWE. You call yourself a visionary? When it comes to my father, Vince McMahon, you're just looking in the rearview mirror.
Daddy? We're gonna talk about Daddy now?
Shut up!
Oh.
At least my daddy had the guts a few years ago to step in the ring with my husband, which is more than I can say for Brock Lesnar. At least my kids will be proud of their father and their grandfather, unlike your children, Paul. Because your children are ashamed. They're ashamed of you. They're ashamed to be your children because they know that their father is nothing more than a professional parasite.
Oh! Big slap by Stephanie McMahon across the left cheek of Heyman. So there were rumors that there's some issues between Heyman and Stephanie back in creative. Is this Stephanie getting out some frustration and being able to publicly say what's been on her mind?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know that because I didn't know the history between them.
This how bad you want it? You want to see your husband get hurt? You want to see your husband's career end? Is that what you want to see?
And this is the crossover right here.
Fight Brock Lesnar? You got it! It's on! You and Brock at SummerSlam! It's on! You did it again, didn't you? Daddy's little girl, Stephanie, you always get what you want. I fell for it. You always get exactly what you want. It's what your father taught you. It's what you teach your children. Is that the lesson?
Oh my goodness. He just double palmed him in the face.
This is going to be a huge lawsuit.
Look at Hunter.
Oh, boy.
Get out of the ring, Stephanie.
Brock Lesnar, the beast, is here.
Oh.
He's pissed, but he still has to warm up
I
first.
still got to do all my thing and not have pyro. And
This cannot be good.
That reminds me of an NXT when Rhea Ripley was doing an intense run-in and did her full foot stuff. Oh, big spear by...
Off his feet, and Lucy's attacking the game.
Shoulder tackles into the corner, followed by some big right clubbing blows.
And Triple H fighting back. Here comes Triple H. Toe to toe, fist to fist. Lesnar and Triple H.
Two guys fighting, and it looks like they're fighting.
oh, yeah. Well, this is two men fighting, and like you said, it does look like they're fighting. This is one thing Brock is great at. Brock is so good at the physicality part, so good at staying a big bad dude, but making it look like, holy mackerel, that took a lot to get me out there. Brock is so good at that stuff.
Big segment, strong emotion by Stephanie, great delivery.
Yeah.
Did you ever, so you said you never heard about any of these issues between Stephanie and Paul?
Look, it was before my time. Of course, I heard that, sometimes she was in charge of creative, sometimes Heyman worked for her, sometimes Heyman was in charge of creative, and she was still there. And, so I don't know exactly what happened. Like I said, it was before my time. I know they worked together on the creative team for a period of time.
You think Hunter, Stephanie, Paul, and Brock are at their best here, or still climbing the mountain to hitting their peak?
I don't know, man. Well, look, I think Hunter was kind of at his peak here. I do think that. I think, Brock has reinvented himself at this point. Hunter has too, for that matter, in a different way. But like as far as career goes, look at Hunter's body. Look at his what he looks like here, and then you go, okay, well, 10 years later, he didn't look much better than that. You know what I mean? He looks so great here. But yeah, look, 10 years later, Brock still came out on Monday Night Raw and opened the show or whatever he did the other day.
You being the TV guy and into the cameras, would you have had Brock walk off right there, or would you have held that shot?
No, I would have had him hold up. I would have. Look, and I tell everybody this, especially for me, do not walk away from when you're up there on the ramp, when you're in the ring. If you're getting your money shot, don't walk away until somebody tells you, hey, get out of here, because there's nothing worse than seeing a good shot of him posed up and looking at Hunter, and you can get Hunter's face, his face, Hunter's face, his face, and then I turn around and walk away and you see my ass. You know what I mean? Like, it's not ideal. When Raw debuted on January 11, 1993, the #1 movie in the USA was, and I didn't read it.
It was A Few Good Men.
Oh, still a great movie. Wow, that's only 10 years old?
What? Wait, no.
Oh, no, in 93.
Yeah, I was like,
My
wait,
bad.
that doesn't make sense.
My bad, yeah. I was thinking like, wow, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I mean, you threw me off when you said that.
Benjamin
Yeah,
Button. Yeah, that's my bad. These are buddies, 309.
Let's listen to some touts.
I know you guys all saw it. Raw 1000 starts off with a bang. All in DX in the same place at the same time. I thought it was awesome. What you guys think?
Thanks, Kofi.
Mr. McMahon's choice for the new Raw General Manager? Yes! Yes! Yes!
Yes.
Yes! Yes!
Yes.
What's up, WWE Nation? This is David here. Super
David.
excited right now because Dwayne The Rock Johnson just announced that he's going to have a WWE title shot at the Royal Rumble in Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh,
and guess
you
what?
didn't?
I'm going to be there.
Hi guys, we're watching Raw 1000 episode here live from England.
Right.
We think AJ being a general manager is a great idea, but we want more of this.
Wow. How cool is that? If you tout, you can be live right here with us.
So
on
Tout obviously
Raw.
did
Are
not
you gonna
have
tout out the show?
success, but I'm too easy to please, I guess. In some, I don't hate hearing from the fans in small doses. I mean, it becomes excessive,
Yeah.
but in that small dose, it's an interesting way to bring interactivity to the show. Obviously, it didn't work.
Look, I agree. It obviously didn't work out the way they wanted it to, but I agree. It is good to hear that, even if you just hear it for yourself and make creative decisions because of that, you know.
And we're
okay. What
setting
is this we're watching? Just fast forward through
yeah,
this.
We're looking at video game plugs
Fast forward
right here.
through the video game
For WWE
Man, Cena look good.
2013. 2K13.
Okay, now they're talking about the McMahon Austin
Vince saga.
feud. Yeah. And man, that was one for the ages for sure. Now they got their wrestling buddies out here. Let's start back in here and see what happens. There's the world famous Art, and either that's the moon or a UFO hovering above.
Have you started watching? Well, it's an old show, but on Netflix, I started watching Skinwalker Ranch.
Oh yeah, no, I love it. Remember, that's where I wanted Dexter Loomis to be from, Skinwalker Ranch, and Hunter was like, "What?" And I was like, "No, dude, it's cool." My favorite wrestler of all times, by the way.
Let's bring this up.
I love these guys. You can fight with them. You can't see me.
Oh my God, my control valid noise.
About the problem, buddy. They talk. What's the? You think you're cool, right? Well, John Cena talks too. See, I didn't want some. I can't get some.
Michael Cole.
Why did you do that? What? They're brawling buddies. You and I are buddies, but look, Santino and Hornswoggle. They got an armload of brawling buddies.
I got a little buddy with me here too. I'm gonna move my camera a little bit. Look at that guy right there.
Sending out the brawling buddies as well.
That was Frank Yanker Dusty.
Members of the WWE Universe. I think Santino wants to take all of his home with him. That young man has one. There you go.
This is taking some time.
I think they told Santino, give some toys out to the kids.
I love the brawling buddies.
This is definitely 3-hour Raw because they are selling time right here.
Special guest ring announcer for this next match.
Big moment.
WWE Hall of Famer Howard Finkel.
Oh, the Fink.
Oh, baby, the Fink is back. I hope he doesn't cry.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Oh, yeah. Fink was good, wasn't he?
Yep.
What is this match?
We got some Heath Slater coming out right here.
Hey, no offense to Heath Slater. No offense, but unless he's working like Carl Gotch, I don't want to watch this. No offense, Heath.
Dog choosing to bypass. I think we even have some fan questions about how good Heath Slater is and how we should be watching more Heath Slater.
Well, I look, I don't disagree with them, but this is just another thing like where everybody.
Let's go back and see some legends though.
Okay.
Some nostalgia.
It just wasn't me.
To come out here, the Acolyte Protection Agency. I think now Slater has finally wised up. He's getting out of here. Well, do you blame him? No. As tough as they come, two of the most physical guys I've ever seen. They knocked out two men in one match one night. Bye, Heath. Best move you've made in a long time. Yeah, you are. What? Oh, look at this.
And now we got
all the legends that have faced Heath Slater in recent weeks.
Vader, Sid, Doink, Sergeant Slaughter. It was Cole's saying it.
Rikishi, Diamond Dallas Page. And it's no disqualification and no count out. And Doink the Clown. And look at Lita. Get a twist of fate from Lita. Oh no. Oh no.
Stood him right on his head.
The Decapitator.
The one-man band is out of business.
Lita
I don't
Salt.
think Lita's done yet. Oh, look at this moonsault from Lita. Cover. Can I say it? Yes. Vintage Lita.
Vintage Lita.
APA. Vintage Legends.
Clothesline from him. Look at Sid is just a Piper Backlund.
You got any good Fink stories?
You're just going to hear Ron go, damn. No, Fink was a great guy, man. My Fink stories all come from when I started working at the office. Fink worked in the office as well. Came down to my office every day to see me and say good morning. And Fink was just a great guy. Speaking of milk.
Damn!
Dog, we've been grilling you for your opinions on this episode of Raw 1000. Yep. But I know you've been grilling on your RecTeq wood pellet grill, am I right?
It's time for me to tell you about RecTeq, an amazing company that offers wood pellet grills fueled by all-natural hardwood pellets, along with other outdoor lifestyle products such as coolers, apparel, grill accessories, and more. Look, with grills ranging from $399 to $3,000, RecTeq has grills for every lifestyle and every budget, with a key focus on flavor, convenience, and versatility. Their factory direct pricing eliminates the middleman, and all grills ship free. Plus, all RecTeq pellet grills are made with high-quality stainless steel and are built to last a lifetime. The RT700 comes with a 40-pound pellet hopper, 702 square inches of cooking space, the PID Wi-Fi controller, and a 6-year bumper-to-bumper warranty. You can bake, smoke, sear, grill, and even dehydrate on the grill, all with the push of a button. And that's why those in the know choose RecTeq. So it's time to toss that tasteless gas grill, messy charcoal grill, or even that overhyped brand name grill aside and join an elite wood pellet grilling family. By focusing on flavor, convenience, and versatility, RecTeq sets the new standard in grilling. Visit RecTeq.com. That's RecTeq.com. Use the code BJames to get 5% off site-wide. That's 5% off their top-notch wood pellet grills, one-of-a-kind RecTeq icer coolers, chef-tested rubs and sauces, accessories, merchandise, everything at 5% off. That's RecTeq.com and use the code BJames. We're back and we're watching Raw 1000. Earlier tonight we saw The Rock, who said he's going to face somebody in 6 months at the Royal Rumble, I believe it was.
It is. And we're now at 1:49:17 on the time code. We're pushing through. We're chugging along. And we're backstage with Sean Mooney.
Back on Raw. Now, Daniel, tonight has not been a very good one for you, has it?
Oh, you think? This
Sean?
entire night has been tainted.
Mr. Mooney?
AJ humiliated me. The Rock assaulted me, and now I've been insulted by Charlie Sheen. Called an Oompa Loompa by Charlie Sheen. Who is he to judge anybody? You know what? That guy needs more than anger management. He needs more than professional management. Charlie Sheen needs life management.
Oh. Shoot
Sheen,
Monday.
We're standing right where you're standing right now. I would slap the yes lock on him faster than he could say, winning.
Any Sean Mooney memory?
Yeah, no. I don't even know if I was there when he was there. I don't remember that guy at all.
We're keeping it going.
What's going on here?
We're building some drama.
Okay.
Making his way to the ring, weighing 323 pounds.
Who does Kane work with?
And this was the redesigned mask right here.
Yeah, this was Mask v Mask. This was where he was Dos Mascaras. I speak fluent Spanish.
You're very good. Very good. You're bilingual.
Yeah, I'm by something, that's for sure. Remember we talked about that off-Broadway stuff in the Philippines.
Yes. Interesting mask.
Super evil mask. Yeah, I loved it, actually.
Repackaging of Kane.
There will be no match for 999 episodes of Raw. The 6 of us have been given no opportunity.
Jinder Mahal with Hawkins, Rex, Unico, Camacho, and McIntyre.
We take our own.
Guys, this is not going to bode well for you. I don't remember this
Jinder
segment
Mahal and Unico, Drew McIntyre, Camacho,
perfectly. I can imagine
Hawkins, all surrounding
you all
Kane and
going.
Oh, but this is the moment for the crowd. Raw 1000 in the gong ring.
Good God, Gertie, 10, 20, 30. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the dead man, The Undertaker.
Do you think it is? I don't know. Is this some sort of ploy on the part of Kane or what?
Oh, I love it. I love Percy too.
I mean, Percy responsible for getting me into wrestling with his inside secrets of how you could be a pro wrestler book.
Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Don't you have one of those?
I do. HowToBeAWrestler.com. HowToBeAProWrestler.com. Either way.
It's the dead man. It's the Phenom.
That jacket's pretty sick.
Oh, yeah.
My God, he looks more fearsome than ever.
So he had not been defeated yet here. That's what he was saying. It's 20-0 at this point. So nobody's broken the streak yet.
This is an interesting. I mean, the Undertaker entrance takes some time.
It takes some time, but let me tell you, back in the Dizzy, and even here tonight, if you're standing in that ring when that gong hits, there's a special feeling, a special energy. It almost makes me throw up in my mouth and then swallow it back down.
Well, I was gonna say, I feel like I would get more nervous because of the length of the entrance, because I would just be thinking of what's next. All right, like my mind would want to process the match, that it would take me out of the actual moment.
Yeah. So what I would do actually was just get out of the ring and stand on the ground, because nobody's looking at you then. They're looking at him and his slow walk. And I would just either engross myself in it and lose myself in it too, or I would be talking to whoever, me and Billy or whatever, and going, hey, okay, so we do this and we do that, trying to think about it all. But yeah, you had a good 2 minutes to think. So, but it was so cool standing in that ring in a sold out venue and that gong hits. Same energy you get when the glass breaks, or if you smell, or to a lesser degree, oh, you didn't know? The Brothers of Destruction, Raw 1000, standing in the ring.
That jacket's probably got to weigh 20 to 25 pounds.
Oh, yeah. And it was the first time he wore it, and so he did the job for it. He couldn't get it off. Was that
you or is that me? I keep hearing a beep, but I'm like, is this my house or your house?
I don't know if that was mine.
I feel like it was in here.
I hear something ticking.
Oh, and the shaved head of The Undertaker for this.
But that kind of stuff is what you never want to see. You know what I mean? And they're shooting around him. All he can do, you just saw Kane go, can't get the jacket off. Look, he wants to help him. Wow. He wants to help him, like, this is a really cool jacket. Who put it on me? Look, they're just buying all the time they can, so you don't
Interesting.
So you don't see the jacket. Is that McIntyre down there with him too?
It is. It's Drew looking young. Early phase of the career, out in the crew of just getting there for fodder at that point, and now look at how far he's come.
Yeah. Well, it's because he didn't let it spoil him. He kept working and went and got another job and found work elsewhere and honed his craft, and now he's back and on top of the world, Hunico and Brian Myers going to take the ride.
Boom. Big choke slam sends both crashing down hard, and a moment between Kane and the Taker saying, no, we got one more. Let's slash the throats.
And
bring them up.
Double throat slash, double tombstone. Gentlemen, it's been fun. But turn out the lights. The party's over.
There it goes.
Digging holes and whatever, something for souls.
So Undertaker looking a little bit more human in this sense. The shaved head takes a little bit away from his look with the long hair. He's looking a little less, jacked up, a little less pumped up right now. The transition in his career at this point.
Yeah, big time. And he did look a little more human, even with it was the shaved head or the doing the job for the jacket. I couldn't tell which made him more human. But yeah, that I'm sure he would love to get that one back and go, that's friggin' jacket.
Still making the most of it.
Oh,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Clearing the ring, taking his spot center stage where he belongs.
Yeah, I guarantee you that was them saying, get those guys out of the ring. I want you two in the ring. Just you two in there. And here we're going to give it to them. Shakespeare.
Final pose. Lights change. And the fire post from Kane.
B.O.D. I love it. What bad apples. I love these two guys. The humans, the characters, all of the above. Let's get moving.
Moving it forward. Big dog, we're getting there. We're getting there.
This is 3-hour show. I didn't know our show had to be 3 hours also.
We're going to look at some Be a Star campaigning right here.
Last Friday. Oh.
We're on to the main event. So wait, there's some more Charlie Sheen.
No, I don't want to see Charlie Sheen.
What do you think that match would have been like? Would that have been a Logan Paul-like appearance or a Bad Bunny-like appearance by Charlie Sheen?
Not in a million years. Charlie Sheen is not athletic, and nor is he sober at this point. And so it would have been horrible. But I'll tell you what it would have been. He would have come out. He would have said, I didn't come out here alone. We'd have sent out somebody with him for him to bing, bang, boom. He could jump Daniel from behind. Finally, Daniel puts him in the yes lock. He taps out, and there's like an 8-ball shot out on Daniel Bryan's arm from being by his nose. It would have been horrible, but it would have been with Charlie Sheen, so it would have been good.
We're moving through, and we're on our way to the main event, and it's been an endurance-filled endeavor to get through this 3-hour Raw.
I took a Bluechew before we started just to get through this episode.
But you know what helps me with endurance, stamina, good health, and so much more, dog?
Oh.
You didn't know.
Oh, I didn't know.
Athletic
Greens.
Our next partner has a product I use literally every day. And I started taking AG1 because I've always had some digestion issues. And eating a plant-based diet for myself, there's some vitamins and minerals that I need to supplement into my diet to ensure proper nutrition. But every time I buy vitamins, I use them for a few days and then stop. Because for me, taking pills every day has never been my thing. So now with AG1 and Athletic Greens, I can put a scoop in some water or some juice, and it becomes very easy and convenient. Now, I've been on Athletic Greens for about 2 weeks now, and I'm loving it. And let me tell you, it doesn't necessarily taste super healthy, and it has a kind of tropical taste, but I'm going to be honest with you. My first couple of days drinking with I didn't love the taste. But then I found a little secret. I put orange juice in it. Orange juice water in my AG. And now I love it. It actually blends perfectly. The juice makes it go down smooth, and it's enjoyable in the morning. So what is this stuff? With one delicious scoop of AG1, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food-sourced ingredients, probiotics for digestion, and adaptogens to help you start your day right. The special blend of ingredients supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and aging. It helps all of the things. And I've been taking my AG1 in the morning. I then go out on my 6 or 7 mile walk, which is what I've been doing for the last 10 days. And I've noticed an increase in my energy levels, not to mention BQP, baby. Yep, BQPs. Better quality poops. It's easy to take with me when I travel, and it's become a part of my daily routine to help me not only feel, but actually become more healthy. It's lifestyle friendly, whether you eat keto, paleo, vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free. So even though the name says athletic, it really is for everyone. AG1 contains less than 1 gram of sugar, no GMOs, no nasty chemicals or artificial anything, all while still tasting good. Athletic Greens has over 7,000 5-star reviews, and it's recommended by professional athletes and trusted by leading health experts such as Tim Ferriss and Michael Gervais. At less than $3 a day, you're investing in your health, and it's cheaper than your cold brew habit. Plus, for every purchase, Athletic Greens donates to organizations helping to get nutritious food to kids in need, including No Kid Hungry here in the U.S. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. Just 1 scoop in a cup of water or juice every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/dog. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/dog to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. Athletic Greens.
Athletic Greens. So my wife took your advice and added the orange juice, and she said it was a game changer for her. What I love about it is the probiotics, and at my age, look, I do need help with those BQPs. I think I think that's what you called them, and I love it. It's the scientific name. But yeah, so Athletic Greens. You don't have to be an athlete to be healthy.
All right, let's rock this. It's main event time.
Oh, championship ring introductions for the WWE Championship. It's champion CM Punk facing challenger John Cena.
I'm looking from up there. It is. There's the 205.27 on the timeline. 205.27. Let's hit play. And we are into action.
Here we go. Big match, John. Whoop.
So should we actually skip the match and just get to the angle?
Yeah, they have a great match, but I don't need to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, they always had good matches, good chemistry between each other.
Because look, Punk is great in the ring. So is John Cena. Like it's, you know what I mean. They're gonna have, and John knows how to have these big matches in big venues and how to take his time and sell the right amount of time, and he's just good at it, man. And they're just gonna start out with a good old-fashioned headlock, shoulder tackle.
And once again, this was an announced match of the cashing in of the Money in the Bank briefcase. Cena wanted to show that he was a man of honor and make that announcement, not surprise someone.
Yep, that's Cena. Hustle, loyalty, and respect. He respected the champion enough he won the Money in the Bank briefcase, and then he respected the champion enough to tell him, I will turn this in, cash this in on you, but not from behind. I want to do it face to face. And that's why wouldn't we turn John Cena heel? Because John Cena's character is not a heel. John Cena is the good Samaritan. John Cena does what's right in every stance. You know what I mean? John Cena never gives up.
I just read last week, set another record with Make-A-Wish for most wishes ever fulfilled. And I think his number takes the next 5 to 10 people combined and doesn't even come close.
Dude, that's the kind of guy he is. If you've ever had a crossword with him, it was most likely your fault because he's a good dude and he's got a head on his shoulders and he's utilized it for the past 20 years. Now he's saying a little bit. 5-knuckle shuffle. I'm going to hit him with this big move that means nothing and looks horrible, but everybody knows it and everybody. Oh, they got me.
Got caught with a kick right there. Stunned Cena. Cena goes down after a kick to the back of the head.
Kick to the medulla oblongata.
Oh, you're getting technical right there. You're a master of biology.
Yeah, and Spanish and everything. How many hats do I wear? I could probably fit a few on this fat ass head of mine.
CM Punk
says he's going to put John Cena to sleep. Taking his nighttime Alka-Seltzer, putting him up on his shoulders, melatonin, 5 grams of melatonin. No! He spits the melatonin out.
As if he was loaded with caffeine.
Oh, big. Uno, dos, tres. Chad, the referee, has been bumped out of the ring. Oh, what was Chad's last name?
Patton.
Chad Patton. That's right. I'm sorry. I know Chad Patton. Hey, Chad Patton. This blonde-headed guy, was that Effie in the front row? It really might have been. I don't know.
Cena wondering what happened to the referee.
This guy in the white shirt with the blonde hair. Oh.
Here comes Big Show. It's the Big Show. It's a big man show tonight. Big spear or kind of a chop block to the leg?
Kind of a spear thing. Big Show is so huge. he's literally big.
It's in his name.
Yeah, it's literally in the name. But like Cena sold this forever, and it was just a spear. But they wanted to do this. They wanted to get I think they should have showed Punk more during this, to tell you the truth, in retrospect.
Gotcha, to see his torment,
see him
turmoil.
going like,
WMD
right in the forehead.
The weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah. What was
connected.
great about Show was sometimes he would barely touch you with that, and sometimes he'd break your jaw. And so, but this is
what you're saying. Punk in the corner, acting like he doesn't know what to do and how to handle it.
It's the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what's he gonna do?
Should he take the win through cheating of Big Show? Of course he should.
Yes. Yes. It's the title.
Cover him.
Yeah.
He's slow to cover. He knows he's got to get the official woken up as well. He's heading to the outside. CM Punk on his way to the outside. He's slow. He's hesitant. Trepidatious.
he's slapping Chad Patton, the referee.
I mean, you got to wake him up in some manner or form.
I think how you do that is you massage his neck and then slap him in the back of the neck.
Yes, the old sleeper hold technique.
Yes. That's how I learned it from Wahoo McDaniels. So
I remember when Outlaw Ron Bass was woken up after a haircut.
Hey, do you remember? This was way back then. The Basses, there was two of them, and there was a lady manager. Was their manager? She was like Ma Bass. I think she was Ma Bass. Big false finish there. Everybody saw it coming though. But yeah, Ma Bass was I think that was her name. I could be wrong about that. I may be just making this up, to tell you the truth. We've gone so far past my bedtime.
Never let the truth get in the way of a good story, Daddy.
No, there was a woman that managed them, and it was the Bass, two outlawed. It was Ron Bass and one other guy named Bass. I don't remember who it was.
We're getting delirious here.
Yeah, we are. I would love for somebody to pull up a picture of Outlaw Ron Bass, and so everybody knows I'm not crazy. He's still putting him to sleep, gentlemen. We're back at
No.
Turn it into the STJ, whatever it's called.
STFU.
STFU. Look, very cool.
And Big Show's back. With the big chop.
So that's the DQ.
Disqualification.
So Punk gets DQ'd though, right?
Punk gets DQ'd. Cena gets the win, but does not win the championship. And the first person in history to fail to take the title after cashing in Money in the Bank.
Yep, but it put some heat on old Big Show, who had been there a long time, and
Punk's selling right now.
Here, you give that. You know what I mean? If you're going to give that credit to somebody, it was Show's fault that he failed in his cash in. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So you give that credit to Big Show.
So what do you think of it being Cena the first person to not cash in? That makes great sense story-wise.
I agree 100%. It's like he did it all honest, and Big Show looked like me right there.
Rock coming to make the save for Cena
he's
at
coming,
this point.
he's shirtless. Block. Bang. 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 Big Show's the only guy that'll ever please Vince with that hand, putting his hand up there.
Big man shouldn't take a blow from a little guy. Rock is pumped up.
Yeah, because he
sets up the people's elbow. And boom! The big turn for the episode of
Great
Raw
timing.
1000. CM Punk goes.
You know what I
heel.
would have loved to see is not see CM Punk sliding in the ring.
Right,
You know what I
comes
mean?
out of nowhere.
We should have totally shot that where it's into frame. You know what I'm saying? Where that clothesline, you could cut off the ring just like that last shot there was, and you just go from like a little more than center of the ring to the right,
running.
and here he comes into frame with that clothesline. It would have been a much bigger surprise. However, it was still awesome. You know what I mean? Because Punk's timing on that was perfect.
So this is, Punk just setting up the Rock right here. Puts him up, hoists him into the GTS position, and Rock takes it and goes to bed.
And CM Punk stands in the middle of the ring over a fallen John Cena and a fallen Rock. Now, if the rocket ain't up your twine when you're standing tall over those two guys, I don't know what is. But
you can tell that the build's going to be for Cena and Rock again for Mania, but Rock and Punk had a chance to be a big program.
Yeah, agreed.
It eventually ends Punk's world title reign.
Yeah, and look, I don't know how what their relationship was like. I know, speaking for someone who's had a relationship with both of them, I know it could be difficult doing business with them. And I'm talking about
both.
I'm talking about both for sure, and putting your match together, and and because both of them would say things right to your face that would make you go, at a gas station I would pull your eyeball out. But since we're here and I have to keep my phony baloney job, I will not do that to you right now. But so I can understand there might have been.
So you felt disrespected in certain situations.
Oh, 100%. And so look, I made it known when it was. But look, it's not about me. It was about these two guys. I don't know why they didn't have a longer, better run, but I could. Rock wasn't going to hang around and put him back over. I guess is probably the bottom line of it all.
The show did a 3.86 rating over the 3 hours, averaged 6.04 million viewers, the most viewers ever for a 3-hour show. The show averaged a 4.03 rating and 6.31 million viewers over the final 2 hours, and the highest rated Raw since June 22nd, 2009, when a commercial-free Raw with Donald Trump did a 4.53 rating and 6.81 million viewers.
See how Punk ended there, how the show went off the air? It still was on. If he would have walked past the cameraman and turned his back, it wouldn't have been as good. But he stopped right there and gave you that shot of him still with the ring behind him and Rock still laying there. Still, did I do the right thing? You know what I mean? That's storytelling.
What do you think, Dog? What do you think of the episode?
Look, I loved it. I didn't remember some parts of it. I still don't remember who Sean Mooney is. But no, I had a great time walking back through it. I'd love to sit and watch it. You know what I'd love to do is like, and this is kind of that, but like a Mystery Science Theater 3000. Like just watch matches back and just bury everybody as the show goes on. I'm really good at that. It makes me feel good about myself.
All right, we're going to take a few fan questions, but first, let's hear from Conrad about how we can save on a mortgage or refinance loan, and also from Goliath Life, who makes it easy to protect your family and loved ones with important life insurance coverage.
If you could change one thing about your home, what would it be? A new kitchen, a new master bath, maybe put in a pool? What if you could do it with no money out of pocket and cheaper monthly payments? SaveWithConrad.com can help, and you can even skip your next 2 house payments. NMLS number 65084, equal housing lender, SaveWithConrad.com. Psst, who's going to take care of your family if something happens to you? What would they do without your income? If you don't have a plan, you need to go to GoliathLife.com. Get a quick quote for more than 20 carriers. You don't even have to leave the house. If you need a medical exam, they'll send somebody to your house or office. You're in total control. You pick the rates, you pick the payments, you pick the terms. You're in total control, but it gives you and your family peace of mind. What if something happens to your income? Hurry to GoliathLife.com.
Let's get to the fan questions. Cody Craig wants to know, and he says, feel free to skip this if you don't want to step on toes, but how did you all feel about Chyna not being included? Raw 1000 DX returns as a group.
Yeah, she should have been there, and that's how I feel about it. I don't know if there was communication between there at all and try to get her. I don't know. I feel, looking back, especially now, it feels bad. Like, yeah, you're right. She should have been there. And 100% she should have been there. But look, that was a business decision, and I was just now breaking into the business side of things. And so that was above my pay grade. But yeah, look, we should have had her there. She belonged there. I just don't know if that would have been too much personally for some. You know what I mean? And I'm just trying to be honest about that.
Johnny 7 wants to know, who do you think had more potential, Damien Sandow or Heath Slater? And his comment is, I personally thought they both had more upside than The Miz at the time. And did you have any backstage encounters with Psycho Sid? #VKM for life.
No, I mean, not Psycho Sid here. I had to run in with Psycho Sid when I was young, and I was the roadie, but nothing ever came of it. But yeah, so what were we talking about before Psycho Sid? What was the question?
The question is, who had more potential, Sandow or Slater?
So look, I'm going to say Heath Slater, and the only reason I say that is because I think his work was a little better than Sandow's. I think they're both extremely talented individuals whom I am friends with both, for sure. Look, I was writing SmackDown with Heath Slater, and Rhino won the tag titles. So I'm a huge Heath Slater advocate. But look, I also know that Mizdow was some of the best stuff I had seen, you know what I mean? And I'd watched in a while, and that was kind of all him. So I don't know. I'm not gonna pick one or the other. I'd love to have them both on my roster.
Bryant Haremza asks, when you did this segment at Raw 1000, was there already a thought of doing another comeback, or were you happy being a producer?
Yeah, no, I was happy being a producer, but around this time is when we started talking about it. The conversation started talking about, hey, you think you guys could work? Whatever. So it started around then.
Around then.
Yeah, sorry. I don't even know what I was. It's friggin' 11 o'clock at night. I don't even know what I'm doing here anymore.
Dog, it's been a wonderful episode. Sweet 16 of Oh You Didn't Know. And next week, we'll be discussing wrestling psychology. What do you think that means we'll be discussing? I don't know.
Nobody knows how it goes. The Oh You Didn't Know show. I don't know. I just was... The Oh You Didn't Know.
I was just going off like that. See ya.
God damn, that was a marathon.